Yes, please. Okay. A very good afternoon and welcome to the BYJU'S exam prep. Let me know that sound quality, picture quality, everything is fine now. Please join the session. We will continue with what EDC and analog, right? Already Rakesh sir have taken the session, and then what? Farindra sir. Now I will continue with what EDC and analog. I think sound quality, picture quality, everything is fine. Please join the session now. And then guys, and this is a GATE mock test, electronics and communication engineering. Already we are going to discuss what 30 questions from 1 marks and 35 questions of 2 marks, total 100 questions. We will discuss MCQs as well as MSQs and what numerical answer type question. It is a part 2 now, and this is my introduction. Myself Sanjay Rathi. I am having around 21 plus years of teaching experience. I have qualified and selected for engineering services exam. These are my ranks: AIR 16 in ESE 2005 and AIR 21 in ESE 2008. Okay, now are you ready? I think please share the link of this session in your group so that again the student will join. Okay, and subscribe our channel and like the session now. So this is a master MSQ series for you. No doubt last year in electronics branch around 14 questions based on what MSQ, that is multiple select question. So we are going to take one important series for you. It will start from 17th January. So subscribe our channel now. Here we will give you which type of questions we may expect in MSQ, as well as what is the right approach to solve MSQ during GATE exam, that is GATE 2023. Okay, then All India Open Mega Mock Test for GATE 2023 from 10th January to what 16th January. You can register on our official website or on our BYJU'S app. This is for you and it is the time for what mock test. हम लोग बार बार बोल रहे हैं आप जितना मॉक टेस्ट देंगे उतनी आपके ज्यादा कमांड होगी, और ये भी एक मॉक टेस्ट है. इट इज ऑल्सो अ मॉक टेस्ट. ओके, नाउ already you have solved what 27 questions. Now I am going to start with what 28th, that is from electronic devices and circuit. Electronic devices and circuits. Okay, I think now all the students are ready to solve the question. That is the first question on your screen. Which of the following statements relate to the Hall effect? Which of the following statements related to the Hall effect? Give me the answer. It is a MSQ, 1 mark MSQ only. Theoretical question. If you have idea about the Hall effect, you are able to solve this question. Very, very simple one. Hall effect. Okay. As you know, Hall voltage VH is given by, right, that is the rho into W. That is the formula for Hall voltage. Now tell me which are correct one. Everyone please give me the answer and let me know that sound quality, picture quality, everything is fine. So give your comments in comments box. Okay guys, which of the following statements relate to the Hall effect? First, a potential difference is developed across a current carrying metal strip when a strip is placed in a transverse magnetic field. That is the first point. Yes, when we are placing a semiconductor or metal, there will be the development of what? Voltage, or we can say electric field, right? And that statement is what? Correct. That is the Hall effect. The Hall voltage is very weak in metal but it is large in semiconductor. Right now, Hall voltage is inversely proportional to rho, and what is the rho? Volume charge density, NQ. Or in case of metal, N is very, very, very high. The concentration of electron is very high, and that's why the magnitude of Hall voltage developed in case of metal is very low and very, we can say very weak. So Hall voltage is very weak in metal but it is large in semiconductor. That is also correct. The Hall voltage is very weak in semiconductor. That is wrong. And it is applied in the measurement of magnetic field intensity. Yes, we are using the concept of Hall effect to measure what? Magnetic field, because Hall voltage is directly proportional to what? Magnetic field. If we are keeping I constant, rho constant, W constant. So which answers are correct? A, B, D. A, B, D. This is the 1 mark MSQ. Multiple select question, guys. Now second one, second question. Second question here. Hall effect is used to determine mobility of hole in a p-type silicon bar. Again, that is a 2 marks question, again 1 mark question, numerical answer type question. Formula based. Hall effect is used to determine mobility of hole in a p-type silicon bar, right? Assume the bar resistivity is 2 lakh, that is what? Simply 200,000 ohm centimeter, that is given in ohm centimeter. The magnetic field is given in Weber per meter square. So first of all, my dear friend, change the unit. Change the unit. तो रवि तेजा, how are you? तो सबसे पहले आप इसकी unit change कीजिए and then try to solve this question. Hall effect is used to determine the mobility of hole in a p-type silicon bar. Assume the bar resistivity is this much. The magnetic field is given dW 3 mm. D is equal to W is equal to 3 mm. So what is in meter? We can say meter, 3 into 10 raised to power minus 3 meter. And measure the value of current and voltage are, measured value of current and voltages are 10 microampere and 50 millivolt. The mobility in centimeter square per volt second. In centimeter square per volt second. You have to find the mobility. Okay. If we are considering the Hall effect, then what is the mobility? Mobility is equal to sigma into RH, where RH is the Hall coefficient. Hall coefficient means 1 by rho. What is this? It is a hole in a p-type silicon bar. Therefore, we can write PQ. That is the rho volume charge density, that is given by PQ, rho. Now, to find the mu, sigma RH, and what is the sigma 1 by resistivity? This rho is for resistivity. Resistivity. So resistivity is given in the question this much. So we can write 2000 ohm meter. If the centimeter is converted into meter, that is the resistivity is given by this formula. Now you have the resistivity. So what is the mobility will become? Mobility will become RH upon resistivity. RH upon resistivity. Right. Chinmay, very good afternoon. Now simply RH upon resistivity. Now what is the information given? Rho resistivity is given here. You have to find the RH only. Remember one thing. What is the VH is equal to? VH is equal to BI upon rho W. And what is the 1 by rho? 1 by rho is nothing but, this is the volume charge density. Rho is volume charge density. 1 by rho is RH. RH BI by W. So what is the RH? RH is equal to VH into W divided by BI. VH into W divided by BI. Now you can put the value. What is the VH? 50 millivolt. 50 into 10 raised to power minus 3 into W, that is W or D, both are given 3 mm, 3 into 10 raised to power minus 3. And then B, what is the B? 0.1 Weber. And I, what is the I? 10 microampere. 10 into 10 raised to power minus 6. So this cancel out. And 50 into this 150, and you can solve, that is the, this is cancel out to 150. You are going to get the 150. No need to use the calculator. No need to use the calculator. Once you will get the 150, you can find the mobility. 150 divided by 2000. Right? But it is in meter square per volt second. And what is asked here? Centimeter square per volt second. Therefore, it is multiplied with what? 150 divided by 2000 into 10 to the power 4. And from this you will get 750 centimeter square per volt second. You can check my calculation. So answer is what? 750 centimeter square per volt second. So you may expect, normally we are assuming that In EDC, the important topics are what? MOS capacitor, or important topics are what? MOSFET. But remember one thing, semiconductor physics is one of the most important topic, and in Hall effect, that is in syllabus. Hall effect, electronic devices and circuit. The Hall effect is important topic. So please revise all the concept about what? Hall effect and semiconductor physics. Okay. So that is the 750 centimeter square per volt second. Next one. Next question. Third question. Again on semiconductor, that is what is given here on Fermi level. That is the question based on what? Fermi level. Very, very important question. This is a numerical answer type question. Already we have solved one MCQ, one MSQ, and now numerical answer type question. In a very long p-type silicon bar with a cross-sectional area 0.5, it is given. Na acceptor doping, it is given. We inject holes such that steady state excess hole concentration is 5 into 10 to the power 6 at x is equal to 0. Steady state excess hole concentration. Excess hole concentration, that is given by P0. 5 into 10 raised to power 16, or we can write 0.5 into 10 raised to power 17. And what is the initial hole concentration? That is the 10 to the power 17. 10 to the power 17 per centimeter cube, that is nothing but Na. And this is called excess hole concentration, P dash 0. So what is the total hole concentration? Exactly at 0. P0 plus P dash 0. P0 is 10 to the power 17, and this is, so it will become 1.5 into 10 raised to power 17 per centimeter cube, exactly at x is equal to 0. The steady state separation between FP. FP represent the Fermi level in P side, or Fermi level in P type semiconductor. So what is the FP? Fermi level. No doubt in exam they will mention the Fermi level in P type semiconductor. And EC at x is equal to 1000 Armstrong. Assume that mu p is equal to 500 centimeter per volt second, centimeter square per volt second, and mean lifetime is 10 to the power minus 10 second. Right? What is the question? First of all, try to understand what is the question. Question means simply exactly like this is the x. Now this is the actual hole concentration. This is the excess hole concentration. This is the excess hole concentration. P dash 0, and this is P 0. So what is the total hole concentration exactly at x is equal to 0? This is from this point to this point, and that is represented by P0. Okay. Now, when we are moving in x direction, what about the hole? Hole will recombine, and that's why the excess hole concentration will reduce. It will follow the exponential law. The excess hole concentration will reduce, and finally it will become P dash 0. And that is the case exactly at up to what? Infinite. So exponentially decreasing. So what is the formula here? P at any point is given by P0 plus P dash 0 e raised to power minus x by LP. This is the equation. And to use this equation, LP is required. To find the LP, we will use the formula LP is equal to root over dP tau p. And to find the dP by mu p is equal to dN by mu n is equal to what? Vt. That is called Einstein equation. So we can find the Bp, mu p into what? Vt. Mu p into Vt. In numerical, mu p is given as 500 and it is taken as kT by Q, that is 0.0259 exactly at 300 degree Kelvin, because the temperature is mentioned here 300 degree Kelvin. If it is not mentioned, then by default you can take the value, that is that T is equal to 300 degree Kelvin. From that you can find what? Vt, and from Vt you can find what? LP. Directly I am giving you the value, please watch this value. Okay. Now you have the value. What is the, okay? Now, then put LP here, where P naught plus P dash 0 e raised to power minus x by LP. So you can put the value of the LP, or exactly at 1000 Armstrong. What is the value of the x here? 1000 Armstrong it is given. So now what is asked in the question here? 1 minute. I will give you the value actually. Yes, this is the value. So this is the value of dP, and that is the value of the LP, and that's why you can find the concentration at x is equal to 1000 Armstrong is given by, you can use this equation, P0. What is the P0? 10 to the power 17 plus 0.5 into 10 to the power 17 into x raised to power minus 1000 Armstrong means e raised to power minus 8, that is converted into centimeter, divided by 3.6 into 10 raised to power minus 5. Okay. Get the concentration of a whole exactly at 1000 Armstrong. You can solve it. Now what is asked? What is asked? Finally, the steady state separation between Fermi level and EC at 1000 Armstrong. Right? It is a long type silicon bar. You have to find the difference between the lowest energy level of the conduction band and what? Fermi level. So finally, I am going to use the formula that this is the diagram. For P type, the Fermi level will lie here. Okay. And what about the Fermi level for intrinsic semiconductor? For intrinsic semiconductor, Fermi level will lie here. Okay. So what is this gap? This is Eg by 2. Right. What is this gap? This is the EFP, the Fermi level for P type. EFP. This gap from intrinsic Fermi level, this is the EI. Intrinsic Fermi level. That is EC, and this is EV. This is given by KT log of concentration of hole divided by what? Ni. Concentration of hole divided by what? Ni. So from this point to this point, what is the gap? What is the gap here? You have to find. That is asked in the question. You can find this gap Eg by 2 plus what? KT 0.0259 log of. You have to find the concentration exactly at 1000 Armstrong divided by 1.5 into 10 raised to power minus 10. That is the intrinsic semiconductor carrier or intrinsic concentration for silicon. Use this formula. So I am giving you the hint just. First of all, find the value of P exactly at x is equal to 1000 Armstrong by using this formula. And then with the help of this formula, you can find the gap between EC and what? EFP. So EC minus EFP. And you will get the around 0.965 electron volt. That is the question. Okay. So this is a very, very important one from what? Semiconductor with and concept of what? Fermi level. So calculation is your part. Everyone try to solve that question. Calculation is your part. Okay. Then next one. अरे भाई अभी एक बार जरा please join the session now. Everyone. Give me 1 minute. I think this is clear to you. Okay. Okay then. Next question. देखिए, this is the answer 0.965 electron volt. Remember that. One question on what BJT, that is bipolar junction transistor. If the silicon transistor used in the circuit shown has a minimum value of beta 30 and ICBO 10 nanoampere at 25 degrees centigrade. Okay. ICBO is what normally we are saying that it is a current from collector to base when the emitter is open, but it is just equal to what? ICO, that is reverse saturation current for practical transistor. ICBO is nothing but ICO for practical BJT. This is nothing but reverse saturation current at 25 degrees centigrade. R1 is given as 15 kilo ohm and Vi is given as 1 volt. Let this is the 1 volt. The maximum temperature at which the transistor remains at cutoff is. You have to find the temperature up to which that particular transistor will remain in cutoff. So first of all, we have to prove for this value the transistor is in cutoff. Yes or no? We have to check. If the transistor is in cutoff, now we are increasing the temperature. So at a particular temperature, what will happen so that it will comes out of cutoff? So what is this? So that is the question. This is a very, very important question here. I have that when the temperature increases, the reverse saturation current doubles for 10 degree rise in. For each 10 degree rise in temperature. So what is the formula? ICBO at any temperature is given by ICBO at 25 degrees centigrade 2 to the power T1 minus 25 divided by what? 10. We will use this formula. But first of all, we have to find the value of ICBO at T1, right? For which the transistor will not remain in cutoff. Okay. Then we will find the T1 from this formula, right? And that is the question. That is the question. Find the value of the temperature in degree centigrade. Degree centigrade we have to find. Okay. Now, how we can solve this question? Very simple. First of all, write down, apply the Thevenin's equivalent at this point. Thevenin's means this is the value. Minus 12 volt, 1 volt, 15K, 10K. At this point, you have to find the VTH. You have to find the VTH. So I am using the potential divider rule. 1 volt, this is the Vi. So this is multiplied with the 100 kilo ohm. That is nothing but R2. We can write 1 into 100 divided by 15 plus 100. Always remember 1 into 100 divided by 15 plus 100 plus minus 12 into 15. Minus 12 into 15 divided by 100 plus 15. You can find the VTH by using this method, or you can also apply what? KCL at this point. VTH minus 1 upon 15, VTH minus 12 upon 100, and then you can find the value of VTH. That is called threshold voltage. Give me the answer. What is the value here? Then find the RTH also. RTH means make the all the voltage source 0, this 0, this 0. So these two resistors are in parallel. 15 parallel with 100. That is the RTH. 15 into 100 divided by 115. So I think nearly equal to 13 kilo ohm. Check this and give me the value. Now you will get the negative value here. You are going to get the negative value here. So what is the negative value? Tell me. Right, guys. I think you are going to get 0.696 volt. .0696 volt. Please check my calculation. That is the negative value. Okay. And now this is the, once you will get the Thevenin's equivalent. Now replace this by Thevenin's equivalent RTH. This is the VTH because it is a negative value. .2 kilo ohm. This is the 12 volt. Because it is in what about this? Because it is negative value 6.96, and this is the RTH, and that's why definitely the BJT is in what? Cutoff. BJT is in what? Cutoff. Now what about the reverse saturation current? Reverse saturation current flows from collector to base, emitter is open. Because it is in cutoff, the emitter current is 0, and that's why it is called ICBO. Current from collector to base when emitter is effectively open. So this current will flow like this. So what is the value of VBE? For cutoff one condition, VBE should be less than or equal to what? 0.0. VBE should be equal to less than or equal to what? 0.0 for cutoff. First of all, check whether it is in cutoff, yes or no. How we can check whether it is in cutoff? To find the value of VBE for this diagram. Now, what is the value of the VBE? I am giving you the general formula. VBE is given by VTH minus or plus. This is plus because the polarity is changed. We can write ICBO plus what? RT into RTH. You can apply the proper KVL. VB is equal to ICBO into RTH plus VTH. What is VTH? Minus 6.96. Minus 6.696. With my negative sign, because I have changed the polarity, that's why no need to use the negative sign here. So minus 0.696 plus what is the reverse saturation current? Initially 10 nanoampere, right? 10 into 10 raised to power minus, you can make it what? Microampere and milliampere, that is become milliampere. Nano is converted into milli, and what is the value of RTH? 13. Check this value. If this value is less than 0.0 means BJT is in, initially BJT is in cutoff. Initially the BJT is in cutoff. We can prove, yes, that is satisfied, BJT in cutoff. Now, at what temperature it will comes out of cutoff, right? Means it will enter into what? Active region. You have to check. Means when this voltage is just greater than 0.0 volt, it will leave the cutoff region. So what is the approach here? Simply again use this same formula. What is the VTH? Minus 0.696 plus ICBO. We are increasing RTH. Now it is just greater than or equal to what? 0.0. That is the value of VB. That is the value of VB. It will leave the cutoff. Find the value of ICBO from this. So what is the value of ICBO for which it will leave the cutoff? 0 divided by RTH. RTH is 13 kilo ohm. So this is the value. You can calculate this value. Everyone please calculate this value. You will get 0.053 milliampere. This is the value of ICBO for which it will leave the cutoff. Then to find the temperature, use this formula. ICBO at any temperature, it is given by ICBO at 25 degrees centigrade 2 to the power T1 minus 25 divided by 10. You have to find the T1. Now already we have the value. What is the value here? 0.053 milliampere is equal to ICBO 10 nanoampere. Convert it into milliampere. 10 to the power minus 6. It is converted into milliampere. 2 to the power T1 minus 25 divided by 10. Solve it, and finally you will get the value of T1. I am giving you the value. It is around 148 degree centigrade. Please check my calculation. 148 degrees centigrade means when we are increasing the temperature from 25 to what? 140 degrees centigrade, it will leave the cutoff region without any external signal, and that is the effect of temperature. Next question. I think that question is clear to you everyone. So first of all, you have to prove that for this value the transistor is in, initially it is in cutoff. Temperature increases, and when temperature reach to 148 degrees centigrade, it will leave the cutoff region, right? Okay then. So that is the effect of temperature. Now next question. Okay, that is a question on what? Special diode. Already we have solved one question on semiconductor. Now one Hall effect on Fermi level, on BJT. Now it is a MSQ, multiple correct answer, 1 mark question. What is the answer? What is the answer? Chinmay, Dreamer, Ravi Teja, everyone, other students. Tell me what is the answer for this question. A tunnel diode is high resistivity PN junction diode, a fast switching device, also called Esaki diode, a very heavily doped PN junction diode. Right. Tunnel diode, as you know, that is the symbol for the tunnel diode. Okay. It is a heavily doped, 1 part in 10 raised to power 3. 1 part in 10 raised to power 3. That is the doping in what? Tunnel diode. Heavily doped PN junction. Right, that is the point. Second one, yes, it is also called what? Esaki diode. It is Esaki diode. And my dear friends, third point, it is used in which region? Microwave frequency. So microwave frequency, if it is used in microwave frequency, then what about the switch? It is very fast. Very, very fast. And we are having this type of characteristics. This type of characteristics. Negative resistance region here. This is the negative resistance area. Conductivity is negative in this region. This is called peak current. This is called valley current. This is called peak voltage, and that is called valley voltage. I versus V curve. And in this area, negative conductivity di by dV is negative. The slope is negative. That is about the tunnel diode. So which answer is correct, Ravi Teja? BCD. A fast switching device. BCD. Okay, Chinmay, get the idea about the tunnel diode. You may expect the question from that tunnel diode, pin diode, or what? LED, solar cell. Already in last mock test, already I have solved question on what? Solar cell. This time I am taking what? Tunnel diode, so that you are able to revise what? All the topics. These all topics are important. PN junction, that is a special diodes. Okay. The next question, next one. Okay. Next one. Now I am going to start what? Analog. So before that, that is important information for you. Abhinav Negi sir, MTech from IIT Delhi, 11 plus year teaching experience, going to take one mega workshop, and here he will discuss 7 success mantras from a beginner to a topper in GATE 2024 on 15th Jan 12:30 p.m. means tomorrow. Right, tomorrow. This is a very important session. So join this, register yourself, download what? BYJU'S exam prep app. Okay, so it is a free class. This is for GATE 2024. Share the link, right, in your social media group also. Okay then. That is from 12:30 p.m. on 15th January. तो यार ये गोल्डन चांस है, अगर कोई स्टार्ट कर रहा है अपनी प्रिपरेशन तो डेफिनेटली वो अच्छी रैंक ला सकता है, लेकिन ये स्मार्ट वर्क होना चाहिए. तो जहां से जितनी इंफॉर्मेशन मिले, जहां से जितने आपके साथ एक्सपीरियंस शेयर हो रहे हैं, सब आप कलेक्ट करते जाइए. तो सर देने वाले हैं 7 सक्सेस मंत्रास. And my dear friends, 15 marks in just 15 hours by Rakesh Talreja sir. आज ही सेशन है 8 बजे, 8 PM. Today 8 PM. Please note the time. Okay. And subscribe our channel so that you will get the notification about all this session. This is a very, very important one by Rakesh Talreja sir. And by Ankit Joshi sir and by Rakesh sir. It is a complete mathematics, okay, in coming Saturday and Sunday. So, next Saturday and Sunday. To complete mathematics, now you are going to secure what? 15 plus 13, that is 28 marks. 15 from apti, 13 from what? Mathematics, out of 100. Okay then. So, this is analog electronics. First question on analog electronics. This is the question on what? P MOSFET. Normally, we are solving number of questions on what? N MOSFET. But I have given the question on what? P MOSFET. Please give me the answer. What is the answer for this question? 1 mark question only. 1 mark question. Okay. MCQ means there will be negative marking. Okay. In the circuit below, the P channel MOS device operates according to this formula. Yes, if it is this is the formula, means definitely it is in saturation, minus K VSG minus VT. Here word VSG is used. Normally for P MOSFET VSG is used, means voltage between source and gate. This is called VSG. Okay, and now this is connected here and this is called Vx. This is the gate is connected to drain. When the gate is shorted to drain, that is called, it is in saturation. Where K is the 28 millisiemens per volt. And why ID is given negative? Because actually ID is given negative because that is the value of ID. But in case of P MOSFET, what is the direction? Actual direction is from source to drain, and this is the current from drain to source, and that's why it is given as negative. That's why it is given as negative. You have to understand the concept here. Where K is 28 millisiemens per volt. Millisiemens means what? It is the given the unit of conductance per volt. But what is the unit of K? Actually, the unit of K is what? Right? Per volt square. That is what? Ampere per volt square, or milliampere per volt square, or microampere per volt square. And that is nothing but, this is the unit is what? Millisiemens. Millisiemens what? Milliampere per volt. Milliampere per volt per volt. That's why it will become milliampere per volt square. So this is the value of the K, milliampere per volt square. Vt is given as 0.9. Remember, VSG minus Vt. So some student may say that, sir, VTP is negative for what? P MOSFET. But in formula, it is minus Vt. It will oppose the VSG, and that's why the positive value is given here. If Vx is 1.9 volt, this is the value of the Vx, and Vx is, right, this capital Vx means DC voltage is 1.9 volt and small Vx is 4 millivolts. What is the small signal current ID? Give your answer in microampere. Small signal. Capital signal is given, small signal is given, and then find the value. So very simple question. Now I'm just going to give you the hint. First of all, find the VSG in DC. VSG in DC. What is the VSG in DC? This is the VS 3.3 minus. What is the value at this point? 1.9 volt. DC means capital, large signal. So 1.9. So 3.3 minus 1.9, you will get the VSG. Okay. Once you will get the VSG, now we are applying what? Small signal, right? So what is the change? Always remember the GM. GM is change in ID because of change in VGS. Small change. So what is the ID? We can directly write, small change is directly write as GM into what? VGS. GM into small signal. That is the formula actually. So how we can find the transconductance? Transconductance means GM. You can find. Differentiate this equation. When I am differentiating, it will become this is such, you can leave the negative sign. What is that transconductance? 2K VSG minus VT. 2K VSG minus VT. So what is the transconductance? 2 into. You can use the 28 millisiemens. VSG already you have calculated. What is the VSG? 3.3 minus 1.9, and VT is given in the question, that is the 0.9. Right? Put the value here. .5 means this will become 28. Once you will get the value of the GM into what? VGS. What is the VGS? Means small signal. What is the small signal? 4 millivolt. 28 into 4, multiply. You will get the answer for this question. So what is the small change in the current? GM into small change in the voltage, that is nothing but 28 into 4, and you will get 112. You have to find the mod of this. What is the answer? 112 microampere. Why microampere? Because GM is in milliampere and 4 is in what? Millivolt. So milli into milli is what? Micro. So that answer will be in microampere. Okay. So that is the answer. Very simple question. Remember, so for a small change, first of all, find the GM. Now, next question on MOSFET. Again, MOSFET. In the circuit below, for the PMOS device, K is 28 millisiemens per volt, VT is 0.9 volt, RD is 3.76 kilo ohm. P-channel MOS device operate according to this formula. What is the magnitude of the current ID? That is, if the capital D is written, means what? DC current. Give your answer in milliampere. Simply you have to find the ID, value of ID. Okay? And all are the positive values. All are what? Positive values. Okay then. So my dear friends, we can use directly this formula. Why negative it is given? Because ID is given like this. But that is not the correct answer. This is the IS. And what is the ID will become negative. So according to the formula, it will become negative. So you have to find the right answer for this question. All the answers are in positive. Okay, no problem. Now I am going to find the magnitude only. This current, same current, suppose this is the direction of IS. The same current IS will flow here. Drain is connected to gate. That's why it is in saturation. Now, what is the value of VSG in this case? The value of VSG in this case, this is IS, this is IS, this is also IS. What is the current in gate terminal? 0. Then IS into RD. So what is the VSG? That is nothing but Vs minus Vg. That is nothing but 3.3 minus Is into RD. And what is the value of RD? 3.76. So 3.3 minus 3.76 Is. If we are finding the Is, that will give you the value of what? ID also. ID is equal to what? According to, if suppose I am choosing this direction of ID, what is the relation between ID and IS? The magnitude will remain same. You have to find the magnitude only because all are positive answer. Okay. Then guys, VSG. You will get the VSG in terms of IS. Now what is the formula for the current magnitude? K times of VSG. So what is the VSG? 3.3 minus 3.76 Is. Minus Vt. What is the Vt? 0.9 square. 0.9 square. You are going to get what? One quadratic equation. Okay. Solve this quadratic equation in terms of what Is. You are getting the Is square and so on. Put the value of the K, 28 millisiemens per volt square. Millisiemens per volt. Then quadratic equation. Solve quadratic equation. You will get the two answer. So out of these two answer, leave the large one because it will reduce what? Threshold voltage. It will reduce what? Threshold voltage. Always remember, you have to verify. The coming VSG should be always greater than VT. Verify this value with the answer. Coming VSG should be always greater than what? VT. So if suppose I am choosing the large answer, definitely this answer will become less than the VT. And that's why I choose the small answer and small value, and small value is what? 0.6. Small value is 0.6. Calculation is your part. Solve the quadratic equation and you will get the right answer for this question, guys. This is a very, very important one. Directly, VSG means Vs minus Vg. And what is the Vg? Vg and Vd are equal. Is into Rd. That is the way. In this way, we can solve the question on P MOSFET. Question on P MOSFET. Now, time to solve the next question. Time to solve the next question. Okay, another important one, that is a question on what? High frequency analysis, right? What is the 3 dB bandwidth of the amplifier shown if R pi is equal to 2.5 kilo ohm, R naught is 100 kilo ohm, GM is given as 40 millisiemens, and CL and CF is equal to 1 nanofarad. CL and CF is equal to what? 1 nanofarad. First of all, watch the answer. In answer, yes, Chinmay, your answer is correct, 0.6. 795.8 hertz. It is only given in hertz. 1.59 in kilohertz, 5 kilohertz and 4.71 kilohertz. It is a 2-mark question. Okay. Now, if you want to solve this question, then guys, this is also given, GMV pi is given, R0 is given, CL is given. First of all, remember, at the output to find the cutoff frequency, 3 dB cutoff frequency or 3 dB bandwidth, we can say, make the Vi is equal to 0. Make the Vi is equal to 0. When I am making the Vi is equal to 0, try to understand this question. What is the approach here? You have to find the bandwidth. When I am making the Vi is equal to 0, this model, according to this model, V pi is parallel to Vi, means V pi is equal to Vi. So V pi is equal to Vi will become 0. This line will act as short circuit. Now this point, that is the gate terminal, is connected to our ground. Therefore, this is the drain terminal. In between drain and gate, there is a one capacitor CF. Once the V pi will become 0, what about this current source? This current source will also become 0. And that's why this current source will act as what? Open circuit. Now we are having one equivalent circuit here. GMV pi 0, CF. This is connected to ground because R pi, this is V pi 0. CF, R0 and CL. And that is the circuit, my dear students. Now CF and CL are in parallel. So what is the equivalent capacitance? CF plus CL. 1 plus 1, that is the 2 nanofarad. That is given in the question. CL is equal to CF is equal to what? 1 nanofarad, and that's why it will become 2 nanofarad. So equivalent capacitance R0. R0 is given as 100 kilo ohm. So what is the time constant of the circuit? R equivalent into C equivalent. So R0 into this CF plus CL. So what is the value? 100 kilo 10 raised to power 3 into 2 into nanofarad 10 raised to power minus 9. You will get the time constant from this. Time constant from this. And what is the cutoff frequency? What is the formula for the cutoff frequency? Remember, it is given in hertz, and that's why 1 by 2 pi tau, time constant. 1 by 2 pi into, put the value here, R equivalent, C equivalent, right? This is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2 into 10 to the power minus 4. Minus 4, and it will become 10,000 divided by 4 pi. 10,000 divided by 4 pi. What is the answer? And that is in what hertz? That is in what hertz? That is in hertz. Okay. So I think you will get this answer, 795.8 hertz. That is the way, in this way we can find the value. Okay. I think that is clear to you. That is the lowest value it is given in the question, or it is satisfied. And that's why the answer is what? No need to verify the other method, no need to apply the Miller's theorem and so on. Already I have solved one question on the high frequency analysis, that is by what? Miller's theorem. We have to break this capacitor in two parts. One capacitor in input side, one capacitor on the output side. To find the output side, we have to find what? The V0 upon V pi. Then we are applying the Miller's theorem. V pi. But it is a MCQ. And once you are getting the 795.8 hertz, this is the lowest value. Other answer is high, B, C and D. And that's why the answer A is correct. Because always we have to choose what? Lowest value of the cutoff frequency. Okay. Now, next question on operational amplifier, your favorite topic. What is the answer for this question? Please give me the right answer. Quickly give me the right answer. Just after 3 questions, right? Ankit Joshi sir will join. Okay, so please don't leave the session. Please share the link of this session and continue with this. It is a part 2 of mock test. The output of the circuit shown is the sine wave with frequency omega radian per second, or square wave with frequency omega by 2 pi hertz. triangular wave with frequency or need additional information. 1 mark MCQ. Chinmay, you are giving the A answer. Okay. My dear, the output of the circuit, if it is nothing is given, what is this? What is this? It is a comparator. Yes, Dipto, your answer is correct. It is a comparator. So in a comparator, what is the gain? Almost infinite. So comparator means if the signal, what is the reference voltage here? 0. It is connected to 0. No need. What is the current? Actually, the current enter into the operational amplifier is 0. So this voltage is also 0. And if the positive terminal voltage is greater than negative, output will be plus Vset. If the positive terminal is less than negative, output will be minus Vset. And that is the two answer here only. It is a sinusoidal signal. Okay. So sinusoidal signal, at the output you are going to get what? Square wave. That is the case. Because it is a comparator, if the input is greater than 0, what is the output? Plus Vset. What is the output? Minus Vset. And so on. Now, what is the frequency of the output? Frequency of the output is exactly equal to what the frequency of the input, right? This is the one cycle from this point to this point. This is the one cycle from this point to this point, and it will also cover one cycle from this point to this point. The frequency of the output and time period of the output is exactly equal to time period of the input. It is a comparator, right? It is a square wave with frequency omega by 2 pi hertz. What is the omega? Omega is the frequency of input signal, omega, radian per second, divided by 2 pi, it will give in the hertz. Means the time period of the output, frequency of the output is exactly equal to what? Time period or frequency of the input. So that is the case. Now, another one, again very important question. Normally we are solving the question on what? Clipper, clamper, rectifier, right, or what? Voltage doubler. But that is one important topic for electronic devices and circuit. That is what? Capacitor filter. Capacitor filter, full wave rectifier with capacitor filter and half wave rectifier with capacitor filter. Everyone please revise that topic. And what is the answer for this? Consider a linear power supply consisting of a transformer, a full wave 4 diode bridge rectifier, okay, smoothing capacitor, means we are applying the capacitor here, and a load current 1.2 ampere. By what percentage will the ripple voltage will increase if the load current increases to 1.5 ampere? Means when we are increasing the current from 1.2 to what? 1.5 load current, then what is the change in the ripple voltage VR? You have any idea what is the formula? It is directly proportional to or inversely proportional to, any idea? Then remember, this is the diagram. Transformer is connected here. It is a bridge rectifier, means this type of structure. It is not given in the question. You have to draw. Right now, this is the terminal. Where we are connecting the load. Here we are getting the output V0. This is the bridge rectifier and that is the transformer. Okay. D1, D2, D3, D4. One capacitor is connected here. Smoothing capacitor means it is a full wave rectifier with capacitor filter. For ripple voltage, when we are saying that ripple voltage, remember the formula is what? Very simple. VR is equal to peak value of the output upon nearly equal to 2 FCRL for full wave rectifier, and in place of 2 use the 4 for half wave rectifier. That is the formula. Where RL is the load, C is the value of the capacitance, F is the frequency of the input signal, Vm is the peak value of the output voltage, and this is the nearly equal to. Means we can say, or Vm by RL it is called IL, So IL upon 2 pi FC, 2FC. So we can say VR is proportional to what? IL. Everything is constant. KIL. Let it will become constant. So KIL. Once, so what is the first case? VR1 will become K into 1.2 because the current is 1.2 milliampere. In second case, it will become K into 1.5. So what is the change in VR? VR2 minus VR1. What is the percentage change divided by VR1 into 100%? So that is the percentage change. It will become 1.5K minus 1.2K. What is the initial value? 1.2K into what? 100%. It will become 0.3K cancel out upon 1.2 into 100%. And you will get the answer 25%. You will get the answer 25%. तुषार कर्नाटका. ओह, तुम मुझे आप बता रहे हो तुषार. With due respect, this is not at all important. Oh तुषार, कौन सा important है आप बता दो. Is it in syllabus? Yes or no? Is it in syllabus? Remember one thing, my guys. We are solving the previous year question just for our knowledge, right? How to solve the question, what about the time management, which type of questions they may ask. But remember, when they are asking unexpected questions, and when we want to get what? Rank, single digit rank or 2-digit rank, every topic is important. Every topic is important to sir. Remember, last 20 years, no question from capacitor filter, no question. You have no idea about that, right? So please remember, here we are going to take what? Mock test. Why we are taking mock test? If suppose we are giving same type of question, similar type of question, definitely the student will not revise. They will continuously revise what? MOS capacitor, MOSFET, right? Amplifier based on what? Transistor. In last mock test already I have discussed amplifier by using the MOSFET, amplifier by using the BJT, MOS capacitor and so on. Over. Already we have taken what? Marathon session on that. Now this is the time to enter into those topics. Normally we are not practicing question from those particular topics. Yes, that is important one. That is important one. Directly use formula. That is, no need to derive the formula. Simply it is directly proportional to what? IL. Simply it is directly proportional to what? IL. Okay. Remember. हाँ, आपको क्वालिफाई करना है. इफ यू वांट टू सिंपली क्वालिफाई, वो दैट इज यू कैन लीव ऑल द टॉपिक्स. बट इफ व्हेन वी वांट व्हाट? टॉप रैंक, all topics are important. Okay, now this point is over. 25% is the answer. Second one, in the circuit V1 is 1.5 volt, V2 is 2.5 volt and all the resistors have value 20 kilo ohm, have registered 20 kilo ohm. The output voltage and the value of RG are output value. Ab now try to understand. When I am saying that find the output voltage, and that is the diagram R2, R3, R1, it is nothing but a summer. It is nothing but a summer, inverting summer. But when it is asked what RG, RG means the resistance at this point. Now this question enter into what? Effect of input bias current. So input bias current, that is important for what? Electronics branch as well as instrumentation branch. So what is the effect of input bias current, input offset current and so on. Now you have to find the value of RG. And first of all find the output voltage. So what is the output voltage here? What is the output voltage in this question? R2 upon R3. Simply directly we can write. We are applying the superposition theorem because it is a linear IC. R2 upon R3 minus R2 upon R3 into what? V1 minus R2 upon R1 into what? V2. R2 upon R1 into sub ke sub 20 ke 20 divided by 20 into V1 minus 20 divided by 20 into V2. So it will become minus of V1 plus V2. Minus of 2.5 plus 1.5, that is nothing but minus 4 volt. It is a very simple question. Inverting summer. It is a inverting summer, right? So in which answer? So in 3 answers we are having the minus 4 volt. In A, in C, in D. Means that is not important. What is the value of RG? What is the value of RG? That is important. Now to reduce the effect of input bias current, we are connecting. It will reduce the effect of input bias current. And this Rg, the value of Rg is nothing but resistance seen by non-inverting inverting terminal. Resistance seen by inverting terminal. Or which resistance? DC resistance under DC bias condition. Terminal DC. So keyword I will give with the red pen, DC resistance. So DC resistance you have to find. Now R2, R1, R3. What is the resistance seen by the inverting terminal? That is R1, R2 and R3 are in parallel. So what is the value of Rg? R1 parallel with the R2 parallel with the R3. So 20 parallel with the 20 parallel with the 20, that has become 20 by 3. What is the 20 by 3? 6.667. So that is the answer for this question. 6.667. Okay. Clear? So input bias current, input offset current, or effect of what? Input offset voltage. So you have to find the value here. Okay then, next one. This is the question, very important one. Now, operational amplifier, the value of the V0 in the following circuit if V reference is 1.2 volt. Where is the V reference? Here we are giving the V reference. This is the error amplifier or differential amplifier, or we can say operational amplifier. Now two transistors are connected, Q1 and Q2. Its emitter is connected to bits, means we can say emitter common collector followed by the common collector. These two are the common collector configuration. This is called series pass transistor. Okay, and finally R1 and R2 that is connected in series. You have to find the V0. You have to find the V0. So Chinmay, you are giving the 6.367 for which is this question. Okay, so what is the current here? 0. You have to find the output voltage. What is the reference voltage is given? 1.2 volt. 1.2 volt. What is the value of the resistance? R2 200 ohm. And what is the value? 680 ohm. Now 680 200 ohm. So what is the answer given here? 5.28 volt. Okay. So how to find? Very simple question. First of all, V reference means what? It is a operational amplifier. So Vp is equal to Vn. Virtual short concept, Vp is equal to Vn. So what is the Vp here? 1.2 volt. So what is the Vn here? 1.2 volt. It is equivalent to reference. Equivalent to reference. It will maintain that so that the error will remain what? Almost 0. So 1.2, 1.2. Now this is 1.2 volt. If it is 1.2 volt, this is the Vx. So what is the Vx is equal to? Vx is equal to R2 upon R1 plus R2 into V0. Voltage division rule. R2 upon R1 plus R2 into V0, because this current is 0. So what is the V0 will become? R1 plus R2 upon R2 into what? Vx. And this will become, divide it, 1 plus R1 by R2 into Vx. 1 plus R1 by R2 into Vx. What is the value of the R1? 680, and what is the value? 200. 680 upon 200. V0 will become 1 plus 680 divided by 200 into Vx into 1.2. Find the value and give me the answer. Find the value and give me the answer. Yes, we are getting the same answer, 5.28. Yes, 5.28 is coming. Yes, very simple question. But देखिए, voltage regulator is an important topic by using operational amplifier, by using the BJT, series voltage regulator, shunt voltage regulator. Normally they are changing the diagram. This is not a standard circuit, but okay, very easy. Right, that is the error amplifier. We are connecting the common collector followed by the common collector. This is nothing but a Darlington pair. And what is the use of the Darlington pair? Why we are using the Darlington pair? That may be the question, MSQ. Why we are using the Darlington pair here, Tushar or other student, Abid? Right. double transistor, as 1 and then 1 and so on. No doubt it will provide a constant voltage. No doubt it will provide a constant voltage here. But when we are connecting the RL here, this is the 680, right, ohm, and this is the R2. It may be what, very small, 10 ohm. If it is very small, then what about the gain? You are saying that gain, okay, no problem. Which type of gain? Power gain, voltage gain, current gain. Now, large current is required here. Large current, because the resistance is very small. When the large current is required here, to what is the current gain for Darlington pair? It is called super beta transistor. It is called super beta transistor. What is the current gain? 1 plus beta multiplied by 1 plus beta. Or beta is very large, beta is square. If suppose the beta is 100, what is the 100 square? 10,000. Or if the beta is 200, then the gain will become what? 40,000, and that's why it is called super beta transistor. Super beta transistor. Input resistance is very high, current gain is very high. That's why these two combination will provide the large current to the load circuit without changing what? Voltage. Because voltage gain is what? 1. Voltage gain of the Darlington pair is nearly equal to what? 1. Okay then. So that is the case. So they may create what? MSQ on this. MSQ, multiple select question on voltage regulator and so on. So please everyone, get each and every idea about that. Now this is the last question from the analog. Just after this question, the Ankit sir will join you. Okay guys. So tell me, what is the answer for this question? Everyone, try to solve this question. Try to solve this question. Okay. The frequency of the output for the circuit is, right? Where is the output? Output is not given. Input is also not given. My dear, it is a multifunction generator. Multifunction generator means, watch this diagram carefully. Here the positive feedback is given. Once the positive feedback is given, the output of the operational amplifier will be what? 2 levels. Plus Vset or minus Vset. So plus Vset or minus Vset, that is the case. Okay. Means here you are going to get what? Square wave. Here you are going to get what? Square wave, because it is a positive feedback. There will be the only 2 output, plus Vset and minus Vset. Now this is connected here to what? Integrator. This is nothing but integrator. Negative feedback, and there is an integrator. If it is integrator, this square wave is integrated by this. So here we are going to get what? Triangular wave. So it is a multifunction generator. Triangular wave as well as square wave. Here it is a square wave, here it is a triangular wave. What is asked? Determine the output frequency and amplitude of the circuit for the figure. What is the amplitude? Use the Vset is equal to plus minus 13 volt. My dear, if that is the question, 2 marks numerical answer type question, amplitude means what is the amplitude of this? Plus 13 and minus 13. Plus 13 and minus 13. If the saturation voltage is given as plus 13 and minus 13, then that is definitely this one. But what about the integration? In integration, we have to find the highest value and what? Lowest value. How we can find this value? Highest and lowest value. Let this is the V01 and this is the V02. V02 is a square wave. V01 is what? Triangular wave. Then that is the diagram. First of all, watch this. This is nothing but symmetry trigger or square wave generator. Already I have solved a standard circuit. This is a standard circuit where we are giving input to what? Positive terminal voltage, and that is nothing but integrator. So try to understand first diagram. This is a symmetry trigger circuit. Here V02 is connected. Which one? Oh, we are saying that this is the V01 and this is the V02. Okay, no problem. V01 is connected here. V01 is connected here. How to find the upper level and lower level of the V0? Because we have no doubt it is a triangular wave. But what about the upper level and lower level? This is called upper threshold level and upper amplitude, and that is called what? Lower amplitude of the triangular wave. How we can find this? Now, so what is the upper threshold level and lower threshold level for this value? So this is a very simple. This is the plus V set. This is minus V set. And here this is called at R1. This is called R2. So remember one standard circuit in the previous class I have discussed. This is the standard circuit for symmetry trigger. Here we are giving the VI. This is the R1, that is the R2. And this is connected to ground. So what is the threshold level for this circuit? Upper threshold is nothing but upper amplitude of 1. It is given by R2 by R1. R1 by R2. R1 by R2 into V set. And the lower threshold, it is given by V0 lower amplitude minus R1 by R2 into V set. Minus R1 by R2 into V set. This value divided by this value. This resistor divided by this resistor. So in sometimes it is given as R2, sometimes it is given as R1. Then it will become R2 upon R1. Otherwise R1 upon R2. So what is the R1? 10 kilo ohm. What is the R2? 20 kilo ohm. What is the supply voltage? 13 volt. And that's why it is become 13 into 10 divided by 20. 6.5 volt is the highest level. And minus 6.5 volt is the lowest level. Minus 6.5 volt is the lowest level. Now you have the highest level as well as lowest level. From lowest level to highest level, what is the slope of this line? What is the slope of this line? Once you will get the slope of this line, you can find the time. You can find the time. Slope means what? Rate of change of output voltage from this point to this point and from this point to this point. It is a symmetrical triangular wave. Symmetrical triangular wave. That's why once you will find this is called T by 2, rise time, and this is called fall time. Rise time and what? Fall time. The total will become T, and 1 by T will give you the frequency. Then second one is what? Integrator. 33 kilo ohm C, this is R, and here we are giving V02. That V01. Triangular wave is connected here, square wave is connected here, V02 square wave. What is the highest level of the square wave? 13. What is the lowest level of square wave? Minus 13. This is connected here, remember. This is the square wave. Highest level is 13, lowest level is minus 13 because the supply is plus 13 and minus 13. This is connected to the input of the integrator, and that's why lowest, highest, this is the value 13 to minus 13 or minus 13 to plus 13. So what is the rate of change of the output for integrator? Always remember. For integrator, let this is the V02, let this is the V01 here. So what is the rate of change of the V01? Simply remember that this is the current IC. So IC is equal to I. What is the current through the capacitor? C dVc by dt. What is the I here? V02 minus 0. According to property of operational amplifier, we can apply the virtual short concept. This is 0, this is 0. So V02 upon R. V02 upon R. Then dVc by dt, the slope will become V02 upon R. But what is the Vc here? Vc is given by 0 minus V01. 0 minus V01, that is equal to V02 by RC. This is the C, you have to divide it. So what is the slope? Negative slope. Minus V02 upon RC. So what is the meaning of this negative slope? When the V02 is positive, the slope will be negative. When this is V02 is negative, the slope will be positive. Means directly we can say final answer is for this question. If it is a square wave, this is a square wave, and so on. Now if you want to draw the triangular wave here, or we can directly say if you want to draw the triangular wave on the same waveform, when it is 13, 0, minus 13, when it is positive value, it will reduce from 6.25 to minus 6.5. Then that is the triangular wave. That is the triangular wave. And what is the highest amplitude of the triangular wave? 6.5. And what is the lowest? Minus 6.5. That is the value. And this is the value of the square wave. Now we have the slope. When it is positive, it will decrease. When it is negative, it will increase. The timetable for both will remain same. Okay. Then my dear friends, finally, what is the time T by 2? T by 2 is given by what is the change from 6.5 to 6.5? 6.5 minus of minus 6.5. The total change is 13 divided by rate. When it is a negative value, negative, it will become, the slope will become positive. When the V02 is minus 13, what is the slope? Slope will become 13 minus plus upon RC. RC 33 at 10 nanofarad. 33 into 10 raised to power 3 into 10 nanofarad. 10 into 10 raised to power minus 9. Put the slope here. Put the slope here. 13 upon 33 into 4, 10 to the power minus 5. That is this is the complete divided. So T by 2, 13 cancel out, and it will become 33 into 10 raised to power minus 5. 33 into 10 raised to power minus 5. So what is the T? Just double. 2 into 33 into 10 raised to power minus 5. What is the frequency? 1 by T. Now give me the answer. 1 by T. What is the answer for the frequency? So direct calculation. In this case, no need to write the equation for what? Capacitor. Simple, because it is a linearly. When the constant current pass through the capacitor, capacitor will charge linearly. That is a relation, linear relation. So you are going to get the perfect square. It is called inverting integrator, and that's why it will, for positive value, it will give the negative slope, and for negative value, it will give the positive slope. Okay, so 1 by T. 1 by 60, 10 to the power 5 divided by 66. 10 to the power 5 divided by 66. I think 1.52 kilohertz you will get the answer. Check the answer. Okay, check the answer. 1.52. Okay, so this is the question on what triangular wave generator, square wave generator. So already we have solved the question from EDC and NL. Yes, that is the answer to solve. 1.52, nearly equal to 1.52 kilohertz. Now shortly the Ankit sir will join. Now this is for you. GATE and ECE test series. Get unlimited access to what full length mock test, subject test. Link in description box is given. Right? If you want to give the mock test, already I have taken one minute short for that. Why? How to avoid the silly mistakes. Right? When we are giving multiple mock tests, definitely try to focus on 3 things. When we are solving one question, don't think about the other question. Second, effective use of what? Virtual calculator. That is important. Third important thing is what? Effective use of what? Your scribble pad. That is rough page. Usko fair jaisa use karo. Don't use it like what? Rough pages. Just like what? Fair pages. You can use your pencil, eraser, virtual calculator to get the command over what? All your tools. Right? That is important. It is possible with what? Multiple mock tests. And this should be designed by what? Experts. That is designed by the expert. 60 plus tests are available. Detailed mock analysis. Virtual scientific calculators are available. 4,000 plus practice questions are available. And what? All India open mock tests. Now, so you can give 4 to 5 more mock tests, full length mock tests. Okay guys, 1 minute. So that is all from my side. Okay, and then like the session, subscribe our channel and share the link of this session. Please don't leave the session. Now the Ankit sir will join. Ankit sir will join. Okay, give me 1 minute. Thank you.
Hello students, good afternoon. This is Ankit Joshi. I welcome you all on India's largest e-learning platform, BYJU'S Exam Preps YouTube channel. Students, first answer one very simple question. Am I audible? Is everything all fine regarding the audio and the video? Just need your response. So before starting, so we are into this GATE mock test number 2, and students, already Sanjay Rathi sir has completed one very nice set of questions. Now I will be here to take the questions from signals and system and then engineering mathematics. So students, I will be taking around say 40 to 45 minutes. So let's start. Stay tuned. I request all of you to stay tuned and share the link in all your contacts. If you have not done so, subscribe this channel. So students, this is the brief introduction about me. I have been teaching in this domain since many years, and my subjects of interest, as you know, are engineering math, signals and system, and analog circuits. So students, we are moving towards the next frame. So what you can see on the screen, MSQ series. You can master this MSQ by joining this series, and this series is available for EC, electrical, instrumentation and computer science. So students, this series is starting from 17th of January. Subscribe this channel to get the advantage of this MSQ series. Let's proceed. All India Open Mega Mock Test for GATE 2023 aspirants. So that is from 10th Jan to 16th Jan. So students, this mock test is still available there. You can take the advantage of this type of facilities what BYJU'S is providing on the free platforms. So students, here we start with signals and system questions. So this is the first question. Just go through this. Consider a continuous time signal g of t, 6 sine 25 pi t plus cos 60 pi t. Then this signal g of t is passed through the following system. Okay, this is the system to which the signal is passed. The students, so of course you can see here it's a 2-mark MSQ questions. So for this signal g of t, they are also asking the time period and fundamental frequency. So let us first find out the time period, that is fundamental period and fundamental frequency of this signal. Then we will be allowing this signal to pass through the sampler, and then we will be getting g of n after sampling. Then we will realize which all frequency components are present in g of n, and hence we will be finding out the fundamental period of g of n. Okay, so this is a simple question. It looks lengthy, but this is a simple question. The students, it's a 2-mark question for MSQ, more than one correct answer type question. Can I have your response? Can I have your response? So just have a screenshot of this. I will be writing this same signal on the next frame. 6 sine 25 pi t, 6 sine 25 pi t plus cos 60 pi t. This is the signal g of t. This is what is given. Correct? Yes, sir. Take your time. Take your time. Take your time. So students, this signal is having two frequency components, omega 1 which is 25 pi radians per second, and this is omega 2 which is 60 pi radians per second. So we will be finding out T1 and T2. T1 will be simply 2 pi by omega 1, that is 25 pi. Pi strike out, you will get 2 by 25 as the value of T1. T2 will be 2 pi by 60 pi. Very nice, Tushar. 2 pi by 60 pi, you will get 1 by 30. After doing this, we will be calculating the fundamental period. So fundamental period will be simply the LCM of numerators divided by HCF of the denominators. This is one way by which you can find out fundamental period. So 2 upon 5 LCM of 2 and 1 is 2, and HCF of 25 and 30, highest common factor in these two will be 5. So fundamental frequency, okay, first 2 by 5 means 0.4. 2 by 5 means 4 by 10, that is 0.4 seconds. And what about the fundamental frequency? It is 5 by 2. 5 by 2 kitna hoga bhai? 5 by 2 will be 2.5 hertz. So we can say that fundamental frequency and fundamental period of the signal G of t are obtained as 0.4 seconds and 2.5 hertz. So fundamental period of G of t is 0.4 seconds. This is the correct one. And yes, the fundamental frequency of G of t is 2.5 hertz. That's what we have obtained. Now checking for G of n. What is happening to this signal G of t? G of t के साथ क्या सुलूक हुआ है? We are just sampling this G of t with a frequency of 5 hertz. So what happens, students? When this G of t is passed through a sampler, you will get G of n. So what you need to do? You need to replace t by nts. You need to replace t by nts. And here fs is 5 hertz, so ts will be 1 by 5. So just you need to replace t by n by 5. So in this signal, you need to replace t by n by 5. T की जगह पर n by 5 रखना है. Will we get the sampled signal? So G of t is sampled and we will be getting G of n. Are you following, students? Are you following? Now 6 sine, Anji, 25 pi, t is replaced by n by 5. Further what? Cos 60 pi, t is replaced by n by 5. Okay, sir. So G of n, this can be further written as 6 sine, 5 is cancelled, so you will get 5 pi n, and cos, yes, 12 pi n. Comfortable? So after getting this, what do you need to do? See here, this discrete domain frequency is denoted by a different notation, this one, ohm omega, 5 pi, and here this is ohm omega 2, 12 pi. So n1 is 2 pi by omega 1 multiplied by the smallest possible integer. Okay, so just work out this one. 2 pi by 5 pi, what you are getting? Pi cancelled, so nearest integer k. You are free to select any integer value of k. So here I am selecting k equal to 5, so n1 will be 2. See, pi cancelled. Now you need to select k in such a manner, the smallest possible value of k, such that 2 by 5 will become the nearest integer. So I am selecting k equal to 5, so I will be getting n1 equal to 2 by 5 into 5 will be simply 2. Now n2 is 2 pi by omega 2 multiplied by k. This can be other value of k also. So 2 pi, omega 2 kitna hai? Omega 2 is 12 pi multiplied by k. So 1 by 6, see, pi cancelled, 2 and 12 are cancelled, 1 by 6. So you need to select k equal to 6, you will get answer as 1. So n2 is 1. So finally we have obtained n1 and n2. So fundamental period of G of n, which is denoted by n. This is LCM of n1 and n2. And n1 and n2 are nothing but 2 and 1. 2 and 1. What is LCM of 2 and 1? It is 2. So fundamental period fundamental period of G of n is n equal to 2, and fundamental frequency, say f naught dash, this will be 1 by n and this will be 1 by 2, which is nothing but 0.5 hertz. Okay, so this is for discrete signal. Can I have your response, students? Are you following? So for discrete time signal, fundamental period is 2 and fundamental frequency is 0.5. The fundamental period of G of n is 2 and fundamental frequency they are mentioning as 5 hertz. So this will be wrong because the correct answer is 0.5 hertz. So this is a simple question, involves a bit of mathematics, bit of skill, and yes, accuracy as well. So I hope you all have liked this question. Let's proceed to the next. See this question. This question is involving the basic operations that can be performed on a signal, and yes, their correct sequence of operation. Now see here. Starting from, given a continuous time signal x of t, select the correct sequence of steps to be performed on x of t to generate x of 2t plus 3 by 7. So I'm just waiting for your response. I think this is MSQ. Come on. We need to generate x of 2t plus 3 by 7. Please concentrate. See. X of t. Time scaled by factor of 1 by 7. So working rule for time scaling operation is straight away replaced t by at. Here a is 1 by 7. That is time scaling factor 1 by 7. So t will be replaced by t by 7. Then time advancing by 3 units. So when you time advance by 3 units, what you need to do? You need to replace argument t by bracket containing t plus 3. Then we are again time scaling it. By factor of 2. So when you time scale it by factor of 2, you will get 7 as it is plus 3 as it is, and yes, this t will be straight away replaced by at twice t. So these are the sequence of steps: time scaling by 1 by 7, advancing by 3, time scaling by 2. Time scaling by 1 by 7, advancing means left shift. Left shift by 3 and time scaling by 2. So this one is the correct option. Now there is one more way by which we can achieve the same. See here. If I write this x of 2t plus 3 by 7 as x of 2 by 7 times t plus 3 by 7. Can we write this way? क्या हम इस टाइप से लिख सकते हैं? Yes sir. In this method, the second method or second approach, starting from x of t, the first step will be advancing by t by 7. So when you advance by t by 7, it will simply become t plus 3 by 7. Then further, you have to do time scaling by a factor of 2 by 7. So you will get x of 2 by 7t plus 3 by 7. And this is nothing but your original signal x of, 7 is the LCM, 2t plus 3. So advancing by 3 by 7 and time scaling by 2 by 7. See here, time advanced by 3 by 7 and time scaling by 2 by 7. Yes, we can say option C is the correct one. Okay, so time scaling by 7, left shifting zone, this is wrong. Time scaling by 1 by 7, right shifting, this step goes wrong. So A and C are the correct set of steps. Comfortable, students? Show some response. This question is from your favorite topic, Fourier transform. See here, x of t is 5 times rect of t minus 4 by 8. Yes, Ravi, this is x of t and we need to find its Fourier transform. So students, please concentrate here that if I start with rect t, अगर हम rect t से शुरू करते हैं, then time scaling by 1 by 8, this will make it क्या बन जाएगा? This will become rect t by 8, correct? Yes. Then I am doing a delay operation by 4 units. Delay by 4. So when you delay the signal by 4 units, what is the working rule for delay operation? T will be replaced by t minus 4. Then what? We are amplitude scaling the signal by 5. Amplitude scaling by 5. So this will become 5 times rect of t minus 4 by 8. अब क्या करें बच्चों? What we need to do now? We will be applying the Fourier transform now. Fourier transform. Concentrate. Rect t. Rect t. Rect t Fourier transform is 2 by omega sin omega by 2. We will be starting with this formula. Now, when you are time scaling by 1 by 8, this on the coefficient side, you will get 1 upon a, that is 1 upon 1 by 8 will be 8, and omega upon 1 by 8, omega will become 8 omega. Yes, 2 by omega, omega upon 1 by 8, this will, omega will become 8 omega. And 8 omega by 2, अरे भाई 8 omega by 2, simplify तो कीजिए, 8 and 8 gets cancelled, 2 by omega sin 4 omega. Then what you are doing? Sir, we are delaying the signal by 4. When you delay the signal by some units, it is multiplied by complex exponential term. Wow. Then what you have done? We have multiplied the signal by 5. So 5 2s are 10. 10 by omega. E raised to minus j 4 omega and sin omega. Let us check which option matches with this one. 10 by omega. E raised to minus j 4 omega and sin 4 omega. Option C is the correct one. Option C is the correct one. 10 by omega e raised to minus j 4 omega sin 4 omega. Now, when you want to convert this in terms of f, we want to convert this in terms of f. F में convert करना है. So 10 upon omega will be replaced by 2 pi f. 4 into 2 pi f will be simply 8 pi f. But remember, in this function, yes, how we are going to replace omega? Omega will be replaced by 2 pi f. So 4 2s are 8. This is a known function, right? So in the known function, omega will be replaced by 2 pi f. If it is arbitrary function, then omega would have been replaced by only f. So this is our final answer. So 10 upon 2 pi f. Any other answers like this? Okay. E raised to j 8 pi f. This goes wrong here. So only option C is the correct one. This is wrong. This one is also wrong. Only option C. Only option C. Comfortable with this? Students, are you following? Let's proceed to the next question. Now, next question is based on the harmonic analysis and a bit of low pass filtering. Concentrate here. Consider a signal x of t. Consider a signal x of t 1 by 2 plus 5 cos t pi by 2 t plus 2 sin 5 pi t by 3. Okay. This signal is further passed through a low pass filter whose cutoff frequency is pi radians per second. Great. So this is an MSQ for 2 marks, and we need to find out which one are the correct options. So what they are inquiring in this question: fundamental frequency, okay, which all harmonics are present in x of t, okay, average power of the signal at the output. Great. So students, first of all, we need to apply a harmonic analysis on this signal. How we are performing a harmonic analysis? See, concentrate. What is x of t? X of t is a constant term, further followed by 5 cos 5 cos 3 pi by 2t plus 2 sin, क्या लिखा है, 5 pi t by 3. Comfortable with this? So we will be first finding out the fundamental frequency. सबसे पहले fundamental frequency निकाली जाएगी. This is omega 1, 3 pi by 2. This is omega 2, 5 pi by 3. Great. Then what? T1. T1 will be 2 pi upon omega 1. Great. So 5 pi cancelled, 4 by 3 आएगा. Then T2 will be 2 pi upon 5 pi by 3. So 5 pi cancelled, this will be 6 by 5. Great. So I will be finding out the fundamental period now. Very good, Tushar, very good. Fundamental period T is LCM of numerators and HCF of the denominators. LCM of 4 and 6 will be 12. HCF of 3 and 5 is 1 only. So fundamental period is 12 seconds and fundamental frequency will be 1 by 12 seconds. Comfortable with this? Yes, sir, we understood this one. So what is the first option? X of t is periodic signal. Yes, it is periodic with fundamental frequency 1 by 12 hertz. Yes, this is perfect, correct. X of t has a DC component, third harmonic and fifth harmonic. Okay, so now they want us to apply the harmonic analysis. Okay. कैसे करेंगे? See here, we have a special term which is 2 pi n f naught. You need to compare this omega 1 and omega 2 with this term. So what is omega 1? 3 pi by 2. What is omega 2? 5 pi by 3. Put the value of f naught as 1 by 12. I just cancelled this pi both sides. Now you need to find out the value of n in each case. What is n here? What is n here? So the value of n determines the order of harmonic. So this first term represent ninth harmonic. क्या represent करता है ये? Represent करता है ninth harmonic. This second term represents 10th harmonic. Comfortable? And this first term, constant term, represents DC terms. DC term, constant term. So you can say that in the signal x of t, there is DC term, there is a ninth harmonic term, and there is a 10th harmonic term. Okay? Ninth harmonic, 10th harmonic, and DC term. What does this second option is saying? DC component is there. Third harmonic and fifth harmonic. So are they doing blunders? Yes, this is wrong, absolutely wrong. Okay. Now, what happens to this signal? This signal x of t is further passed through a low pass filter whose cutoff frequency is pi radians per second. So here I am considering a low pass filter. Low pass filters cutoff frequency is pi radians per second. Okay, sir. This is the frequency response of low pass filter. What are the frequencies in input signal? There is a DC component. There is 3 pi by 2 radians per second. there is 5 pi by 3 radians per second. So students, this filter will not allow frequencies beyond pi radians per second. So 3 pi by 2 means 1.5 pi and 5 by 3 means 1.67 pi. So both of these frequencies are greater than the cutoff frequency of this filter. So cutoff frequency of the filter pi is smaller as compared to these frequencies. Therefore, this filter is not going to allow these two frequencies at the output. So at the output, you are going to get only the DC component. And these two frequencies will be stopped. Comfortable? So what will be the output? Let us say the output is Y of t. Output is Y of t, and output will have only 1 by 2 this component. That's it. And what is the average power for Y of t? Tell me students, average power. If there is only DC component, then you need to square that DC component. That's it. 1 by 2 square, that is 1 by 4. 0.25 और इसको watt लगा दो. 0.25 watts is the average power at the output. So average power of the signal at the output of low pass filter is, yes, 0.25 watts. This is the correct one. And option D, I will read it completely. Average power of the signal at the output of low pass filter is 12.75 watts. This is wrong. So students, are you enjoying the level of questions? Next question. So this question is based on the DFT. So students, please concentrate. The 4-point DFTs of X of n and Y of n, that is X of k and Y of k, they are given. See, very simple. X of n, 4-point DFT is X of k. Y of n, 4-point DFT is Y of k, correct? Okay. Now what we are doing? We are circularly convolving X of n and Y of n to get G of n. Acha ji. So what is G of n? G of n is circular convolution of X of n with Y of n. Very good. G of n is circular convolution of X of n and G of n. And they have given that the DFT of G of n is G of k. Can I say that G of k? Can I say that G of k is the product of X of k and Y of k? Can I say like this? That G of k is the product of X of k and Y of k. So position wise, X of k is multiplied with Y of k. Position wise, X of k is multiplied with Y of k. It means 22 is multiplied in this 8 and we will get 176. Then second component of X of k is multiplied with second component of G of k. I'm not getting your responses. So minus 4 plus J2 is multiplied with minus 2 minus J2 and you will get 12 plus J4. I already worked out these calculations. Then third component minus 6, here third component is 0, minus 6 into 0 you will get 0. And the fourth component will be 12 minus J4. You can verify this as well. Okay, bacha ji. We have got this x of k, sorry, g of k, which is the product of x of k and y of k. Comfortable with this? Now we have central ordinate theorem of g of t. So I am using here inverse DFT formula. Inverse DFT formula says that x of n is 1 by capital N summation k equal to 0 to n minus 1 capital X of k e to the power how much j 2 pi kn by capital N, like this, and this is nothing but okay, this is your x of n. Great. So in place of x we are having g of n. We are having 4-point DFT, so value of capital N is 4, k equal to 0 to 3. X of k e to the power, Anji. See here, j 2 pi k n upon 4 e raised to j pi k n upon 4. 4 will become 2 now after cancelling with these two. Great. Now what to do later? Concentrate here. We want two values here, g of 0 and g of 2. So what is g of 0? How can you obtain this g of 0? By putting n equal to 0 both sides. Put n equal to 0 both sides. So n equal to 0 हमने रखा तो हमें g of 0 मिलेगा. So 1 by 4 k equal to 0 to 3 x of k. So students, it means what? E raised to 0 will become 1. It means just sum all the values of x of k and further divided by 4. x of k की सभी values को add करके 4 से divide कर दीजिए. So this is not x of k. If you are writing here g of n, then this should be g of k, right? तो हो जाएगा बच्चों g of k. So you have these values of g of k, right? ये चार values है. You have got these four values. Add these four values and divide them by 4. So 176, 12 plus j4 and 12 minus j4. This will be 100. Okay, 176 plus 24, it is 200 by 4. That will be 50. Now g of 2. G of 2 will be obtained when you put n equal to 2 here. So 1 by 4, k equal to 0 to 3, g of k e to the power. See, when you put n equal to 2, 2 gets cancelled, e raised to j pi k. Hello students, you will get e raised to j pi k. It is nothing but minus 1 to the power k. It means you need to multiply these elements by minus 1 to the power k. So this will be multiplied by 1, this will be multiplied by minus 1, this term will be multiplied by 0 and this term will be multiplied by minus 1. So after multiplication alternatively by 1 and minus 1, you need to add all these values. So 176 minus 12 minus 12, this is 176 minus 24. Sir, what about this j4 and minus j4? See, minus j4 and plus j4 cancelled. Further divide by this 4. You must get 38 as the answer. Okay, so 38 is the answer, g of 2. Don't forget to divide by capital N. Okay, option B is the correct one. But g of 0 we calculated as 50. It is they are giving as 100 and 200. They are wrong values. I hope you realized the beauty of this question. They actually provoke you to commit mistakes by such questions. Comfortable students? Let's move towards the questions of engineering maths. Before that, Once more, announcement for mega workshop for GATE 2024 aspirants. 7 success mantras from a beginner to a topper. This is relevant for GATE 2024. Schedule is 15th of Jan, 12:30 afternoon. Just have a screenshot of this and share with your juniors. And this will be taken by an IITian, your favorite, our favorite, civil engineer and faculty, Abhinav Negi sir. So students, 7 success mantras from a beginner to a topper. This session will be for GATE 2024 mega workshop, 15th Jan, 12:30 p.m. Student Rakesh Talreja sir is bringing a big session for you, that is general aptitude GATE 2023. So student, don't forget to join this session. 15 marks in just 15 hours. Okay, and who? Your favorite Rakesh sir. One more big announcement for you. In upcoming weekend, that is on 21st and 22nd of January, we are having a complete maths marathon. Complete maths syllabus will be covered here. Okay, Rakesh sir and me switching the sessions and will be completing the entire engineering maths. Timing will be around 10 a.m. in the morning, and yes, it will go almost 9 to 10 hours every day. So 21st Jan and 22nd Jan. Book your calendar for this. Now the questions from engineering maths in this mock test. So students, here comes the question for you. I will not take much of your time because after these mathematics questions, Saket Verma sir will be coming up with communication and EMFD questions. So these are your core subjects. Don't miss out this. So student, they have given you a system. This system will have a non-trivial solution for what value of k? So students, if your system is Ax equal to 0, this is nothing but a homogeneous system, correct? This is nothing but a homogeneous system. ये कैसा system होगा? Homogeneous system. Homogeneous system has two types of solution, non-trivial solution and trivial solution. For non-trivial solution, determinant value is 0. For trivial solution, determinant value is non-zero. Got it? So here we are looking for non-trivial solution. It means determinant of the coefficient matrix must be 0. So determinant of coefficient matrix must be 0. I just request all of you to solve this. Yes, coefficients of x by z, 1 minus k 1. Then k 3 minus k. And 3 1 minus 1. So students, once you solve this, you will be getting a quadratic equation. I will be just giving you that quadratic equation just to save your time. That quadratic equation will be k square plus k minus 6. And of course, you will get 2 and minus 3 as the solutions. Two and minus 3 will be the solutions. Okay, so this is a 1 mark MCQ. Let us move to the next question. Great, superb. The number of linearly independent eigenvectors for this matrix. See, this is a diagonal matrix. कैसा matrix है ये sir? Diagonal matrix है. If it is a diagonal matrix, then its eigenvalues are straight away the diagonal elements. Yes sir. So eigenvalues are lambda 1. Let us say lambda 1 is 3. Lambda 2 and lambda 3 are repeated eigenvalues 2. Okay. For students, listen carefully. For non-repeated eigenvalue, compulsorily there exists one eigenvector for this eigenvalue. So one independent eigenvector for lambda equal to 3. Now repeated eigenvalue, let us denote it by lambda I. So this lambda I will be 2. Lambda I will be 2. Lambda I will be 2. Okay, okay, okay. What is, how many times this eigenvalue is repeated, sir? 2 times. So algebraic multiplicity AM will be 2. Now working on the geometric multiplicity. What is the formula for geometric multiplicity? It is Q equal to n minus rank of A minus lambda I. Now let us put all these values. What is n? N is the order of this matrix 3. Just a moment. A. What is lambda I? Lambda I is 2. तो बच्चा लोग, दिस a minus 2i is a matrix. a minus 2i क्या है? ये एक मैट्रिक्स है. Let us construct this matrix by solving these steps. How do you solve a minus 2i? a minus 2i कैसे आएगा? From the diagonal elements just subtract 2. 0, 0, 1. Remaining elements just copy them. So can we say that this matrix, all rows are same? When all the rows of a matrix are same, its rank will be 1. So rank of this matrix will be 1. So Q is obtained as 2. Q is obtained as 2. Now once again I am writing this. See, for lambda 1 equal to 3, for lambda 2 equal to, lambda 3 equal to 2. See, for lambda 1 equal to 3, one independent eigenvector, and for lambda 2 and lambda 3, how many eigenvectors? That is being determined by the geometric multiplicity. Geometric multiplicity से ये पता चलेगा कि कितने independent eigenvectors हैं. How many independent eigenvectors are existing for this repeated eigenvalue? They will be 2. So two independent eigenvectors. So we can write them as x2 and x3. So in all total, how many independent eigenvectors are there? कुल मिलाकर कितने independent eigenvectors हैं? There will be 3. So again, this is a nice question. 2 marks numerical answer type question. So there will be overall 3 independent eigenvectors existing for this matrix. Let us move to the next. Can I have your response, students? See this question. We are talking about box function. So students, if I talk about box function values, Tushar, you are having only half concept. When the eigenvalues are distinct, maximum number of eigenvectors that can exist is equal to the number of times eigenvalue is repeated. Okay, so there may be possibility that if an eigenvalue is repeated 2 times, then there will be 2 independent eigenvectors existing for this. Okay, so that is also possible. So box x function in the interval -3 less than equal to x less than 4. This not -3 plus 3. From the interval 3 to 4, box x will be 3, and in the interval 4 to 5, box x will be 4. Comfortable? Okay, sir. So whenever you try to find the limit x tending to 4 for the box x function, you will be approaching this 4 from the left hand side and from right hand side. When you are approaching 4 from the left hand side, the value of the function is 3, and when you are approaching 4 from the right hand side, the value of the function is 4. So you can say that the left hand limit is 3 and right hand limit is 4, and that's why limit does not exist. Limit does not exist, because for the existence of the limit, left hand limit and right hand limit must be equal. Okay, this is a question for maxima and minima of more than one independent variable. Go through it. So if f of xy is x cube plus y cube minus 6xy. So let us do one thing. First step is we will be finding out the partial derivatives, del f by del x and del f by del y. Great. So del f by del x will be 3x square minus 6y, and del f by del y will be 3y square minus 6x. What about the second step, bachcha log? Second step. Let me hide myself for some moments. In order to find the stationary points, you need to equate these partial derivatives to 0. So 3x square minus 6y equal to 0. So all my dear students, you will get x square equal to 2y. Great. X square equal to 2y. Del f by del y is 0. So 3y square minus 6x equal to 0. So y square equal to 2x. That can be done. Yes, sir. Concentrate. Bachcha log. So y square. So y will be x square by 2. X square by 2 and its square equal to 2x. X to the power 4 on 4 equal to 2x. X to the power 4 equal to 8x. X raised to 4 minus 8x equal to 0. X common ले लेते हैं. X cube minus 8 will be 0. So you will get x equal to 0, and x cube minus 8 equal to 0 means x equal to 2. When you put x equal to 0 here, you will get y equal to 0. When you put x equal to 2 here, you will get 4 by 2, that is 2. So finally, the stationary points are 0, 0 and 2, 2. Stationary points are 0, 0 and 2, 2. Now let us check at which point function is maximum and at which point function is minimum. So what we need to do? We need to first find out the double derivatives. R is del square f by del x square. S is del square f by del x del y. And T is del square f by del y square. Great. So del square f by del x square. Differentiate this with respect to x, you will get 6x. Del f by del y with respect to x. Del f by del y with respect to x, answer will be minus 6. And del f by del y with respect to y, that will be 6y. Okay. Now I will be finding out RT minus S square. So RT minus S square will be 6x into 6y, 36xy. Good evening, Chinmay. How are you? Then, minus S square. Minus S square. S is minus 6. Its square will be 36. So 36 common, xy minus 1. This is our RT minus S square. We are checking the first point 0, 0. 0, 0. RT minus S square will be negative. So this point is rejected. At 2, 2. At 2, 2. RT minus S square. 2 2s are 4. 4 minus 1, 3. 3 into 7, 36 will be 108, which is positive. If RT minus S square is positive, then check the value of R. So R is 6x. X is nothing but 2. So R will be 12, which is also greater than 0. So RT minus S square greater than 0, R greater than 0. So function is minimum. Minimum at 2, 2. So what will be the minimum value? Okay, see here. The point 2, 2 is the point of minima. That is correct. Now what is the minimum value? So how to find out the minimum value? Just put x and y as 2. So 2 cube is 8. 8 plus 8, 16. 6 2s are 12. 12 2s are 24. So of course the answer is minus 8. So minimum value of the function is minus 8. Comfortable? So we can say that this is an MSQ for 2 marks. Options A and C are the correct ones. How many of you got this? So this question is based on maxima and minima for the function of more than one independent variables. Okay. Yes. Next question, students. So this question again, I'll give you certain explanation. Otherwise, next few questions are more easier and we'll be doing them very faster. See, 0 to pi x sine raised to 4x cos raised to 6x dx. Just give up this answer as of now. So we need to evaluate this, and later on we will be finding out the values of p and q. So I will be I. I'm just assuming that integration to be I. In your childhood days, that is the days when you were in 11th or 12th standard, you would have learned that we have to first eliminate this x to solve this further. कैसे करेंगे? See, we have one property that integration 0 to a f of x dx is integration 0 to a f of a minus x dx. Okay, so what I'm doing, I'm just utilizing this property. Same limits, just x will be replaced by a minus x. X will be replaced by pi minus x. Sine raised to 4 pi minus x. Hello, sine pi minus x raised to 4 will be same. Sine raised to cos pi minus x is minus cos x, but raised to 6 will remain same. Minus sine raised to 6 will be plus only. Comfortable with this? Now I am going to add these two. इन दोनों को हम add करेंगे. So I plus I will be twice I, and when you add these, then integration 0 to pi is common in both of these steps. Dx is common. This sine and cosine terms are common. Sine and cosine terms are common. So x plus pi minus x. X plus pi minus x. X cancelled. Pi will be remaining. Pi is out. Remaining is this common term. Sine raised to 4x. Cos raised to 6x and then dx. We have eliminated that x. By applying this property, we have eliminated this x. That was actually an obstacle for us. Okay. Now, students, one more property. See, integration 0 to a f of x dx. This can be written as 2 times 0 to a by 2 f of x dx if f of a minus x is f of x. Two times 0 to a by 2 f of x dx. This is possible only when this f of a minus x equal to f of x. And if this f of a minus x is minus f of x, in that case, that will be more easier situation for us. What is that situation, bachalo? This integration will become 0. So what I am trying to do, that I will be finding out f of a minus x and comparing it with f of x. मैं क्या करूंगा? ये हमारा f of x है. This function is our f of x. Okay, this is our f of x. Sine raised to 4x and cos raised to 6x. And I am trying to find f of a minus x, that is f of pi minus x. अरे बच्चा, it is same ना? Same, ये तो equal है. Sin 180 minus theta is sin theta. So sin x to the power 4 will remain same. Cos 180 minus theta is minus cos theta, but raised to the power 6, again it will be same. So these terms are same, equal, same hai. Therefore, this first part is applicable. So you can apply this property. So pi as it is, multiply by 2, and integration range will be now 0 to a by 2. When it is a on the left hand side, right hand side will become a by 2. When it is pi on the left hand side, it will become pi by 2 on the right hand side. Rest of the things are as it is. Very good, sir. Very good. Beautiful. Okay. Now you have Wallis formula. Now you have this beta, yes, beta function property as well. Okay. So I'm going to apply beta function. 2 and 2 gets cancelled. So I equal to pi. Sine raised to p theta, cos raised to q theta. Limits are 0 to pi by 2. So 1 by 2 beta function of p plus 1 by 2, 4 plus 1 by 2, q plus 1 by 2, 6 plus 1 by 2, 7 by 2. Okay. So pi by 2, yes, gamma, gamma 5 by 2, then gamma 7 by 2, and then divided by gamma function of addition of these two. So 7 by 2 plus 5 by 2, 12 by 2, that will be 6. Okay. You need to solve these now. So students, I equal to pi by 2, pi by 2. Gamma 6 means factorial 5. Factorial 5 means 120. Then gamma 5 by 2 and gamma 7 by 2. Students, how to solve gamma 5 by 2? It is very simple. Starting from, just subtract 1 from 5 by 2. 5 by 2 में से एक subtract कर लीजिए. You'll get 3 by 2, 1 by 2 and root pi. How to expand gamma 7 by 2? Gamma 7 by 2. Just subtract 1 from 7 by 2. So 5 by 2. Keep on subtracting 1 till you get 1 by 2. जैसे ही 1 by 2 आएगा, followed by root pi. So students, on solving this pi, root pi, you will get pi square. And all these remaining terms, all these remaining terms will be in 3 upon 512. 512. You just check, are you getting this or not? So 3 upon 512. Okay. So this is 0 plus pi square 3 upon 5 and 2. So this is p plus pi square q. So clearly we can say that p is 0 and q is 3 upon 5 and 2. P is 0 and q upon 5 and 2. P is 0 and q is 3 upon 5 and 2. Comfortable? Comfortable students with this? Yeah, we are applying a lot of efforts. You are also applying the effort. So that energy is absent in the comment box. How many of you have not liked this session till now? चलिए बताइए. Next. Now, this question. Out of 1000 balls, 50 are red, and rest are white. Okay, sir. Great. Thank you. So there are 1000 balls, 50 are red, and 950 are white. 50 are red and rest are white. So 950 are white. So how many balls you are taking out from here? Sir, 80 balls. So number of trials are 80. And the probability of not more than 3 red balls. So red ball, probability of red ball, probability of getting red ball, probability of getting red ball. 50 upon 1000, that is 1 by 20. So student, n is large, p is comparatively small. So let us calculate n into p. So n into p is 80 into 1 by 20, which will be 4. So let lambda equal to 4 and apply Poisson's distribution. So by Poisson's distribution, lambda raised to x, e raised to minus lambda upon factorial x. होता है ऐसा? So lambda raised to x e raised to minus lambda upon factorial x. Now what we want probability of picking up not more than 3 red balls. Not more than 3 red balls. Not more than 3 red balls means maximum 3. If x denotes the number of red balls, so x will be 3 maximum. So x should be less than equal to 3. So when x is less than equal to 3, you can have x equal to 0, x equal to 1, x equal to 2, and x equal to 3. Great. So you need to just put x, different values of x in this expression. So in all the terms, e raised to minus 4 will be the common term. So e raised to minus 4 is taken out. Now, what is the remaining? Remaining part is 4 raised to x upon factorial x. 4 raised to x upon factorial x. This is the remaining part after taking out this term common. So in this part, what we can do, we can put the different values of x right from 0 up to 3. So 4 raised to 0 upon factorial 0. Very good. 4 raised to 1 upon factorial 1. 4 raised to 2 upon factorial 2. 4 raised to 3 upon factorial 3. And so e raised to minus 4. 4 raised to 0 by factorial 0 is 1. Then 4. Then 16 by 2 is 8. Then what? 64 by 6, that is 32 by 3. So students, are you following? Yes, sir. This will be 13 3s are 39. अरे भाई 13 plus 32 by 3 कर लीजिए वर्कआउट. 39 plus 72, 39 plus 32, 71 by 3. 71 by 3 e raised to minus 4. Option A is the correct answer. Option A is the correct answer. Okay. Now, just 2 to 3 minutes more and then your favorite Saket Verma sir will be joining. Saket Verma sir will be joining. Okay, I'll just make a connect with him. Students, just share the session in all your contacts because now your core subjects will be coming and your favorite legendary faculty Saket Verma sir will be coming live with EMFD and communication systems questions. Okay, so stay tuned. Just give me 2 to 3 minutes more and then I will be logging off and Saket sir will be joining with you with his best questions for EMFD and communication systems connecting in this mock test. So question number 52. So I think this question is from Bayes theorem or total probability. Consider two bags where bag 1 contains 4 blue and 6 green balls. 4 blue and 6 green balls. And bag 2 contains 5 blue and 5 green balls. 5 blue and 5 green balls. Great. A bag is selected at random and a ball is drawn from it. Very nice. What is the probability that the ball obtained is green? Nice. So probability of getting green ball from box 1 will be 6 by 10 and probability of getting green ball from box 2 will be again 5 by 10. So student, first we need to select box 1 or box 2. So selection probability of box 1 and box 2 is 1 by 2 each. Further, we can get this green ball either from box 1 or from box 2. So probability of getting green ball provided box 1 is selected is 6 by 10. Then probability of getting green ball provided box 2 is selected, that will be 5 by 10. So ultimately, at the execution of this first path, we are having a green ball and box 1 is selected. Its probability will be the product of these two, 1 by 2 into 6 by 10. And at the end of this second path, probability of getting green ball along with box 2, this will be product of these two probabilities. How much? So how much you will get? 1 by 2 into 5 by 10. So 5 by 20, and here you have 6 by 20. So ultimately, probability of getting green ball will be addition of these two, 6 by 20. Very nice, very nice. Some of you have already answered 5 by 20. But look, it is 11 by 20. So if I multiply and divide by 5 in numerator and denominator, I will get 55 by 100. That is 0.55. Very nice, super. So this was a numerical answer type question. This was a numerical answer type question that for 2 marks. Okay. So last question from my side, and then your favorite Saket sir will be joining. See here. The value of y of 2 for the differential equation. They have given you a differential equation, okay? You just write the auxiliary equation m square minus 4m plus 4 equal to 0. Find out the roots. Roots are real and equal. Very nice. m1 equal to m2 equal to 2. So students, right hand side is 0. So pi will be 0. Only cf will be your answer. So y equal to c1 plus c2 x and e to the power mx, where m is nothing but 2. M kitna hai bhai? M will be 2. This is our first equation. Great. Now applying the initial condition y of 0 equal to 2. Put x equal to 0 and y equal to 2. E raised to 0 is 1. So you have obtained c1 equal to 2. Kitna aa gaya? C1 ka value aa gaya 2. Now what to do? Now we will be differentiating this y. dy by dx. First function, derivative of second. Then second function, derivative of first. Derivative of c1 is 0. Derivative of c2x is simply c2. Now what to do later? dy by dx at x equal to 0. dy by dx at x equal to 0. dy by dx at x equal to 0. This is given as 5. So c1 is 2. X is 0, right? X is 0. So this term is 0. 2 e raised to 0 will be 2. C2 is unknown. E raised to 0 is 1. So students, what you are getting? 5 minus 4. C2 will be 1. So ultimately, equation 1 is giving us the correct answer, y of x or y. So c1 plus c2x. c1 kitna hai? c1 is 2. c2 is 1. So 2 plus 1x and e raised to 2x. So we have obtained this general solution. What we have to find out now? अब हमें क्या चाहिए? Actually we want y of 2. We want y of 2. Yes, come on. So 2 plus 2 e raised to 2 into 2. This will be 4 times e raised to 4. And yes, I am also having the answer, nearly 218. 218.392. So this is my answer also. So those who have got this answer, yes, Payesh Kumari, Tushar Karmakar, very good, very good. So students, that's all from my side. Let me show you some more slides here. I hope you all have enjoyed this. You will get the PDF as well. Okay, so just stay tuned and Just enjoy the session with Saket Verma sir in next 2 to 3 minutes from now. Just see here that I just remind you that there is a GATE ESC test series. I'll just hide myself to show you this. Student GATE ESC test series full length mock subject test. The link is given in the description box. Don't miss it out. These are the features of this test series. Should not miss out this. We are catering the best curated test series from our best team. And don't forget to subscribe this channel. Okay. You just tag the particular session, will definitely do that. And students, this is the QR code to join our Telegram channel. Okay. Yes, and our downloading our app, BYJU'S exam prep app. So just have a screenshot of this and don't forget to join. Don't forget to join the BYJU'S exam prep app, because this time the Dhamaka, that is Maha Marathon, Maths Maha Marathon, is going to occur on BYJU'S exam prep app. So you need this QR code to download that app if you have not done so. Okay, so Maha Marathon for Maths, you need to download this app. Scan the QR code, download the app. So take the screenshot of this, share in all your contacts that this time Maha Maths Marathon is going to occur on BYJU'S exam prep app. Okay, so take care of this. So that's all from my side, students. Thank you so much. Thanks a lot. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to BYJU'S exam prep. So this is the GATE mock test, and this is the last few questions along with me. So guys, quickly share this session. Yes, good evening, Tushar. So because you are here since 11 o'clock in the morning, so I'm not going to take too much of time for you. Just we will be solving few questions. That is 6 questions from the EMFT and the 6 questions from the communication, and that will cover your complete mock test. So good evening, Chinmay. Good evening, Payas. Good evening, Tushar. So quickly share this particular session to the other students also, so that maximum students can take the benefit of it. Okay. So let's begin with the first question. Okay. Without delaying, let's begin with the first question. So I am bringing, clock for you. So solve this question in the 2 minutes time I am giving you. So solve this question in the 2 minutes. Already 15 seconds has been passed. So I am giving you around 1 or 2 minutes for every question, and then I will quickly discuss the solution. The vector F is given and you have to tell whether it is a divergence-less or irrotational or not. So already 1 minute has gone. So within a 1 minute I have got one answer. So I'm waiting for others to answer. Last 50 seconds. I will give you 2 minutes for every question because I'm not taking long questions here because you have already been spending around 5 hours for this particular 50 questions. So I don't want you to spend more time in the number of questions, 12, 10 to 12, only for 50, 55 questions or 65 questions. You are taking, giving your 5 to 6 hours of time at this point of time. It is very, appreciable, but I don't want your time to be wasted. So I will take only 2 minutes for each question. Okay. So now the answer has been changed, Tushar. So for the divergence test, what is the property? For divergenceless, the divergence of f should be 0. So what is the divergence of f? We have to differentiate the x component with respect to x. So that is del upon del x of y square minus x square plus y and plus del upon del y of x into 2y plus 1. So when I differentiate it, I am getting 0. Okay, when I am differentiating it, I am getting minus 2x and here are plus 2x, so that is equal to 0. So it is divergence-less. Now for irrotational or conservative, okay, for irrotational or conservative, what is the condition? For irrotational or conservative, the condition is curl of f equal to 0. So curl of f, we can write it as del upon del x and then sorry, this one is I cap and del upon del x and the x component which is y square minus x square plus y and this is y j cap, then del upon del y and this is x of 2y plus 1 and this is k cap del upon del z and this is 0. So we will get only k cap and k cap will be del upon del x, that is 2y plus 1 and minus of del upon del y of this. We will get only these two terms, only the coefficient of k we will get. So this is also 2y plus 1. So we are getting this as 0. So we are getting this as 0. So that means it is also irrotational. So for irrotational, the curl of f should be 0. So we are getting 0. So divergence free and the irrotational. Yes. Now solve this question. I am giving you 2 minutes for it. This is 422. This is 422. Yes, Tushar, it will be the part of EC. The divergence-less and the irrotational is the part of ECE syllabus because the electrostatic and magnetostatic can come for the ECE student also. As you can see in the last year also we have got the question from the electrostatic. So this is the part of ECE syllabus. You cannot ignore it. This is very basic thing and you should know it. No, Weber Sharma, in the last year itself, there was a question from here, the electrostatic and the coordinate system, and after 2021, if you will say, then obviously there will be some topic that will not be asked every year. So you cannot say कि आपका ये जो क्वेश्चन है वो सिलेबस में नहीं है, ठीक है। अब कोई क्वेश्चन 2020 में आया होगा वो 21 में नहीं आएगा, 22 में नहीं आएगा, तो आप ये थोड़ी बोल दोगे कि दैट इज आउट ऑफ सिलेबस। ठीक है वैभव, तुषार, आप लोग इस क्वेश्चन इलेक्ट्रोस्टैटिक और मैग्नेटोस्टैटिक के कुछ पार्ट अगर आपने नहीं पढ़े हैं तो आपको पढ़ने चाहिए और आप उसको रिवाइज कर सकते हो। हमारे प्लेलिस्ट में जाइए, आप इलेक्ट्रिकल का आपको रिवीजन मिल जाएगा, तो इलेक्ट्रिकल के रिवीजन से आप इसको रिवाइज कर सकते हो, है ना। इलेक्ट्रिकल का रिवीजन, इलेक्ट्रिकल का महा मैराथन जो हुआ था जिसमें मैंने और राकेश सर ने सेशन लिया है, तो राकेश सर कवर किए इलेक्ट्रोस्टैटिक वाला पार्ट और मैं कवर किया था मैग्नेटोस्टैटिक वाला पार्ट, तो वो दोनों को अगर आप रिवाइज कर लोगे तो भी आपका काम बन जाएगा, ठीक है। चलो, तो ये आपका हो गया। So in this question, a rectangular loop of wire immersed in a non-uniform and varying magnetic field B that is perpendicular to and directed into the page. The field magnitude is given by B is equal to 4t square x square. The loop has width 3 meter and height 2 meter. Induced EMF you want to calculate. Okay, so what is the induced EMF? If I talk about the induced EMF, then the induced EMF is given as minus of del lambda upon del T, that is the flux linkage। और यहाँ पे हम लोग फ्लक्स लिंकेज को क्या लिख सकते हैं, n इंटू नंबर ऑफ टर्न्स इंटू फ्लक्स। ठीक, तो अब आपके पास यहाँ पे नंबर ऑफ टर्न इस लूप में कितना है, 1 ही है, तो इसीलिए हम लोग का ये इंड्यूस्ड ईएमएफ कितना हो जाएगा, यहाँ पे आपको नंबर ऑफ जो लूप है, नंबर ऑफ टर्न है वो 1 दिया हुआ है, ठीक है। तो इस तरह से हमारे पास n की वैल्यू 1 हो जाएगी। तो अब मुझे निकालना है फ्लक्स, तो फ्लक्स की वैल्यू होगी फ्लक्स की वैल्यू होगी इंटीग्रेशन b डॉट ds, ठीक है। अब b का वैल्यू कितना है, इंटीग्रेशन ओवर द सरफेस b का वैल्यू हमारे पास कितना है, 4t स्क्वायर x स्क्वायर, ओके। एंड दैट इज द डायरेक्शन, आप यहाँ पे देखो क्रॉस दिया हुआ है, इसका मतलब इसका डायरेक्शन है नेगेटिव z, ठीक है। और डॉट प्रोडक्ट विद डिफरेंशियल सरफेस, तो इस लूप में जो सरफेस जो कवर हो रहा है वो कौन सा सरफेस है, तो यहाँ पे x वेरी हो रहा है, y वेरी हो रहा है इन द डायरेक्शन ऑफ z। तो यहाँ से जब हम इसको सॉल्व करेंगे, है ना, ये इंटीग्रेशन ओवर द सरफेस है, तो इंटीग्रेशन ओवर द सरफेस हमारे पास आ जाएगा 4t स्क्वायर एंड x स्क्वायर एंड dx एंड dy विथ माइनस साइन। ठीक, तो यहाँ पे आपका x का लिमिट आपको मालूम है कितना है, यहाँ पे x का लिमिट है 0 से लेके 3 तक, यहाँ पे हमारे पास आ जाएगा x स्क्वायर, और y का लिमिट है आपका, y का लिमिट है 0 से लेके 2 तक, यहाँ पे आ गया dy, और ब्रैकेट में हमारे पास है 4t स्क्वायर, ठीक है, यहाँ पे x स्क्वायर dx। तो इसको जब हम लोग सॉल्व करेंगे तो ये x क्यूब बाय 3, सो लिमिट फ्रॉम 0 टू 3, एंड y का लिमिट हो जाएगा यहाँ पे 0 से लेके 2 तक, और माइनस 4t स्क्वायर आपके पास ऑलरेडी है। तो इसको हम लोग सॉल्व करेंगे तो यहाँ से हमारे पास 9 इंटू 4 इंटू 2 यानी कि माइनस 72t स्क्वायर आएगा, माइनस 72t स्क्वायर आएगा, ठीक है, माइनस 72t स्क्वायर आएगा। यस, गुड इवनिंग पायस। तो क्विकली शेयर द सेशन, तो ये आपका सेकंड क्वेश्चन है. You have missed one question and this is also the second question which you also missed. So this is the induced EMF, which is minus of del upon del t, and this is minus 72 t square, and minus minus will become plus, and 72 into 2 t आ जाएगा आफ्टर डिफरेंशिएशन. और आप इसको कैलकुलेट करना चाहते हो t इज इक्वल टू 0.1 पे, तो ये आ जाएगा 14.4 वोल्ट. ठीक है, तो इसका आंसर होगा 14.4 वोल्ट. चलो नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन पे मूव करते हैं. So within a 2 minutes you have to solve this question. Okay, because you are not having that environment of test series, so you are not having that much pressure. So in gate examination we have to solve the question within 3 minutes. So I am giving you 1 minute less, because so that you can run your hand quickly faster, because this is a mock test, and you are not in the real environment, so you are not having that much pressure which you will be having in the gate examination. Okay, so Payas, Tushar, Vaibhav, Chinmay, Ravi Teja, Hemant, John Peter, quickly guys. दीप्तो, फटाफट आंसर करो, फटाफट आंसर करो. देखो ओनली 35 सेकेंड बचे. So time up. Okay, let's solve the question. So this is the lambda by 4 length transmission line, and it is saying that it is matched from the left hand side of the stub. So this is the stub. Okay, this is the stub that we have connected. So in the left hand side of stub, it is matched. So whatever input you are seeing in the left hand side, that will be perfectly matched. So this Z in from the left hand side is equal to Z naught. This is the condition which is given. Now for lambda by 4 length transmission line, for lambda by 4 length transmission line, the input impedance is, let us say Z in 1, it is equal to Z naught square upon ZL. Okay, so this is what is your Z naught? Okay, and the ZL, you want to calculate ZL, right? And Z naught is 300. So let's write Y in 1 here, that is the admittance, which is ZL upon Z naught square. Okay, now let's calculate for lambda by 10 length. For lambda by 10 length transmission line, the Z in 2 will be J Z naught 10 beta L, right? Because the load is short circuited here. So input impedance when the load is short circuited is J Z naught 10 beta L. So this is J Z naught 10 beta means 2 pi by lambda and this is lambda by 10. So you are getting pi by 5. So J Z naught 10 pi by 5. Yes, this session is for EC only bias, because this you can see in the thumbnail, the mock test is for EC. So J 217.86 you are getting, and let's take the inverse of it. So Y in 2 is equal to 1 upon Z in 2. So 1 upon Z in 2, what I am getting? 1 upon Z in 2. Okay, so I am getting 1 upon J Z naught 10 pi by 5, and after solving this I am getting minus J 1.376 divided by Z naught. Okay, is it okay up to this point? Are you able to follow this? Now y in 1, y in will be y in 1 plus y in 2. Okay, and y in is 1 upon z in, that is y in 1. What is y in 1? Y in 1 will be zl upon z naught square, and y in 2 is minus J 1.376 upon Z naught, and Zin is equal to Z naught because it is matched from the left hand side. So this is 1 upon Z naught is equal to ZL upon Z naught square minus J 1.376 upon Z naught. So this Z naught and Z naught will cancel, and we want to calculate the ZL. So ZL is equal to 1 plus J 1.376 into Z naught, and this is nothing but a 300 multiplied with 1 plus J 1.376. So this is nothing but a 300 plus J 413. Okay, so the answer is option C. Answer is option C. Got it? Let's move into the next question. Last 10 seconds. So what is the answer? No one has solved it. So see here, the phase of X, if I check, Yes, option C. Yes, option C is the right answer. Very good, Tushar. So phi of x, when you will see the phase of the x, so this is pi by 2 plus pi. Because of this minus sign, there will be a pi phase shift, and already the pi by 2 is there. So it is nothing but a 3 pi by 2. And when I calculate the phase of y, the phase of y is 0. Okay. Okay, so this is x and y. This is x axis, this is y axis, and both are having the same amplitude. So x and y have the same amplitude, which is 2. So x is leading because the x has more phase and y is lagging. So when we move from lead to lag, okay, when we move from lead to lag, and we have to follow the direction of propagation. So the direction of propagation is minus AZ. So it can be satisfied by right hand. So this is right hand circularly polarized. Very easy question. Next. Okay, so which formula you will apply? From the Friis transmission equation. Okay, this is Friis transmission equation. Okay, from the Friis transmission equation, PR is equal to PT into GT into GR upon lambda upon 4 pi d whole square. So the transmitted power is your 4 kilowatts. So 4 into 10 to the power 3. Gain of both is given as 10 dB. So when you will convert it, it will be 10 to the power 1 and 10 to the power 1 into lambda, that means C upon F. So 3 into 10 to the power 8 divided by frequency and distance. The frequency is 600 megahertz. Okay, so when you will solve it, you will get 158.47. 158.47. Okay, is it not written in which dimension it is asking? Okay, so 0.158 milliwatt or 158.47 microwatt. Both are correct. Yes. Next. The radiation intensity of a certain antenna is given. The directivity is given. You have to tell the phi naught. The phi naught you want to calculate. Okay. The value of phi naught we want to calculate. Let me give you 1 minute more. Last 10 seconds. Okay, so here we have the directivity given, and the directivity is defined as 45. No, it is not the right answer. 4 pi umax and power radiated. Okay, so this is 4 pi and umax is 4 and power radiated. Maximum value of radiation intensity is 4. So now we want to calculate the radiated power. So radiated power is nothing but integration. Okay, integration over the surface u theta comma phi, and ds you can write, or you can simply say sine theta d theta d phi. Okay, so if I write like this, theta and phi, so this is theta and this is phi. Now double integration, theta has the limit from 0 to pi by 2, and this is sine theta already there, so we can write 4 sine square theta and cos phi and d theta d phi. Okay, so this is phi equal to 0 to phi naught. Now the radiated power is, this is 4, okay, and this is 1 upon 2 into pi by 2, and cos phi will have, this is sine phi, which will be 0 to phi naught. So when we will solve it, we will get pi. This 4 and 4 will get cancelled, and pi sine phi naught we will get. So we will substitute the value in the above equation here. The directivity is 32 root 2 and it is equal to 16 pi, and radiated power is pi sine phi naught. So from here you will get phi naught is equal to sine inverse 1 upon 2 root 2, which is 20.7 degree. Yes. So the correct answer is 20.7 degree. Correct answer is 20.7 degree. Okay. Let's move into the next question. This is the question from the communication. So now we are starting the question of communication. Okay, so formula for PAM, very basic formula. Okay, so the formula for probability of error is nothing but a Q of root over 2EB upon N naught. Okay, so this is Q of root over 2 into A square TB by N naught. So the probability of error is 10 to the power 9. So we know that we have to take this root over 2 into A square TB upon N naught is equal to 7.9. So from here we will calculate the value of A, which is 7.9 square. Okay, that is equal into N naught. N naught is what is N naught? N naught is 10 to the power minus 6. So 10 to the power minus 6 divided by 2 into 1 upon TB. TB we want to calculate, so 1 upon RB. So let's take RB in the numerator. So 800 into 10 to the power 3. So after solving this, we will get 5. Okay, up to 2 decimal it is asking. So actually you will get 4.99. Okay, so answer is 4.99. Yes, like BPSK only. Like BPSK only. Okay, so let's take next question. Okay, so I think you have got the answer. So answer is, what is the answer? So according to me, there should be 0 in the denominator also. So Tushar, now let me know. So to avoid the slope overload, error, what is the condition? So this is delta into Fs must be greater than equal to Am into omega m. And we want to calculate the delta. So delta must be greater than equal to Am into 2 pi into Fm divided by Fs. So AM, the message signal amplitude is 1.5. So this is 1.5 into 2 pi. Message signal frequency is 500. So this is 500 divided by 5 times of Nyquist rate. So this is 5 times, and 2 into what is the maximum frequency of the message signal? Sinusoidal signal whose frequency can vary from 200 Hertz to 2 kilohertz. So the maximum frequency of the message signal can be 2 into 10 to the power 3. So we have designed the system according to 2 kilohertz, and we are giving input as a 500 Hertz. So this is 3 pi upon 100. So 3 pi upon 100 will be the answer. So Tushar, remember one thing, that we design a system according to the standard. Okay, according to the some range of frequency, right? We don't want to design a system which will work only a single frequency. So basically what is happening here, here we have the delta modulator, and in this delta modulator, when we design this delta modulator, we have kept the range of the message signal frequency from 200 to 2 kilohertz. So this delta modulator was designed with the sampling frequency of 5 times of the maximum frequency, which is 2 kilohertz. Now you can give any signal which is range from 200 to 2 kilohertz. So I am giving the input as 500 hertz. Okay, so this is lying in between 200 to 2 kilohertz. So this system will work. Okay, this system will work whenever you will take the frequency ranging from 200 hertz to 2 kilohertz. If I give the message signal greater than 2 kilohertz, then also this system will not work properly. Okay, so we have designed a system which can take a range of input signal which may be 200 to 2 kilohertz. ओके, तो यहाँ पे हम लोग इनपुट में 500 दे रहे हैं, तो अगर हम लोग 500 देंगे इनपुट में, तो आपको अकॉर्डिंग टू 500 आपने न्यूमरेटर में रखा, क्योंकि आपने सिग्नल जो दिया है वो 500 दिया है, तो उसका एम्पलीट्यूड और उसकी फ्रीक्वेंसी आपने रखा, लेकिन जो सिस्टम आपने डिजाइन किया है उसकी सैम्पलिंग फ्रीक्वेंसी यहां से डिसाइड होगी जो आपने डिजाइन किया है, जो कि आपको स्टार्टिंग लाइन में लिखा है। ठीक है, समझ में आया? चलो नेक्स्ट। आंसर आ रहा है आपका बी। देखो यहाँ पे x और y इंडिपेंडेंट दिया है, तो अगर आपका x और y इंडिपेंडेंट है, इसका मतलब है कि इन लोग कोई भी अपने में कोई भी कॉमन इंफॉर्मेशन शेयर नहीं कर रहे हैं। ठीक है, अगर x और y इंडिपेंडेंट है, तो अगर वेन डायग्राम बनाओ तो ये x का वेन डायग्राम बन गया, ये y का बन गया, और x और y इंडिपेंडेंट है मतलब दे डोंट हैव एनी कॉमन इंफॉर्मेशन। तो कोई कॉमन इंफॉर्मेशन नहीं है, इसका मतलब इनका म्यूचुअल इंफॉर्मेशन क्या है? जीरो है। ठीक है, म्यूचुअल इंफॉर्मेशन जीरो हो गया। ठीक, और म्यूचुअल इंफॉर्मेशन यहां से हम लोग क्या बोलते हैं? आई ऑफ एक्स सेमीकोलन वाई इज इक्वल टू एच ऑफ एक्स गिवन वाई माइनस एच ऑफ एक्स, है ना? तो यहां से अगर म्यूचुअल इंफॉर्मेशन जीरो है तो एच ऑफ एक्स गिवन वाई माइनस एच ऑफ एक्स, सो एच ऑफ एक्स गिवन वाई इज इक्वल टू एच ऑफ एक्स। ओके, सो यहां से हमारा आंसर आ जाएगा। ये एक तरीका हो गया। और दूसरा ये है कि अगर एक्स और वाई एक भी इंफॉर्मेशन शेयर नहीं कर रहे हैं, इफ दे डोंट शेयर एनी इंफॉर्मेशन, दैट मीन्स आफ्टर नोइंग द वाई, है ना, अगर मेरे को वाई के बारे में इंफॉर्मेशन पता चल भी जाती है, तो आई विल नॉट हैव एनी इंफॉर्मेशन अबाउट एक्स, दैट मीन्स द अनसर्टेनिटी ऑफ एक्स विल रिमेन सेम। So uncertainty of x will be calculated as h of x. So h of x क्या शो कर रहा है? Uncertainty about x. ओके, अनसर्टेनिटी अबाउट एक्स। तो यहाँ पे ये h ऑफ x गिवन y क्या शो कर रहा है? h ऑफ x गिवन y शो करता है अनसर्टेनिटी अबाउट x आफ्टर नोइंग y। ओके, y को रिसीव करने के बाद या y के बारे में जानने के बाद आपको x के बारे में अनसर्टेनिटी रिमेनिंग, इनफैक्ट आई शुड राइट uncertainty remaining. So uncertainty remaining about x after knowing the y. So यहाँ पे मेरे को y के बारे में पता चलने के बाद भी x के लिए मुझे कोई भी इंफॉर्मेशन नहीं पता चल रहा है. मेरा x का जो इंफॉर्मेशन है या उसके अबाउट जो अनसर्टेनिटी है वो कंप्लीटली बना हुआ है, इसीलिए h ऑफ x गिवन y इज इक्वल टू h ऑफ x होगा. ठीक है, चलो नेक्स्ट. 10.1, yes. So 10.1 is the right answer. So very basic question. That is the bandwidth is given by FH minus FL plus 2 upon TB. So FH is 36 kilohertz. This is 26 kilohertz and 2 upon 20 millisecond. So that is 36 minus 26, and we can write this is K and this is K. So we can write this is 0.1. So all are in kilohertz now. So 10.1 kilohertz. Yes. So 5.05 is the right answer. Okay, so the solution is the power efficiency we want to calculate. The power efficiency is given by eta is equal to k square into sx divided by 1 plus k square into sx. Where what is sx? Sx is the mean square value of message signal xt. So what is the mean square value? Because it is uniformly distributed. So b square plus ab plus a square divided by 3. So you will get 4 by 3. So when we will substitute it, Ka is 0.2 square into 4 by 3 divided by 1 plus 0.2 square into 4 by 3. So the answer is 5.05%. Right. Next and the last question. Durga Prasad, if you have not practiced communication system questions, then at least attempt previous year questions and practice the previous year questions. And we have taken few sessions on PYQ, so you can go through it once. That PYQ sessions we have taken in this channel, so you can do that. Or if you have any book, then you can follow that book for the PYQ, and especially try to solve the question from the analog communication. That will be easy for you. So start with analog communication and then go for the random variable, random process, and digital communication. So that would be my suggestion if you want to practice the communication question now. So you have not done anything, just go through the last 10 years previous year questions, last 10 years, at least 10 to 15. So just go in the reverse order. If you can, if you will have time after 10 years questions paper, then you can go for the 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th and 15th and so on. So what is the answer? So because you want to calculate the area, right? Because you want to calculate the area minus infinite to infinite y of t dt. So this is minus infinity to infinity x of t convolve with h of t dt, right? And applying the area property of convolution minus infinity to infinity xt dt convolve with minus infinity to infinity h of t dt. Okay. Area property, we are applying the area property. So basically these two area will get multiplied. So this is area property of convolution, area property of convolution, that area property of convolution. Okay. So you have to calculate the area of xt. So that is the area. Here obviously this will be from 0 to 6 x of t dt. And what about h of t? So h of t will be, h of t is nothing but, because it is passing through the match filter, so x of 6 minus t. So x of 6 minus t will also have the same area. Yes, 8 minus 4 and 8 minus 4 you will get 16. So answer is 16. ठीक है तुषार? तो h of t और x of t का एरिया तो चेंज नहीं होगा, बिकॉज बेसिकली वी आर शिफ्टिंग. सो शिफ्टिंग प्रॉपर्टी से एरिया चेंज नहीं होता, तो दोनों का एरिया सेम रहेगा, है ना? दोनों का एरिया आपका सेम हो जाएगा. ठीक है. अगर किसी को नहीं दिख रहा है तो एक बार इसको देख लो, मैं इसको हटा देता हूँ 2 सेकंड के लिए. हाँ, चल गया. ठीक है, एक बार देख लो. एरिया प्रॉपर्टी हम लोग यूज किए हैं, और क्योंकि शिफ्टिंग हम लोग कर रहे हैं टू गेट द इम्पल्स रिस्पॉन्स ऑफ मैच फिल्टर, तो शिफ्टिंग से आपका एरिया चेंज नहीं होगा. तो जितना एरिया आपका एक्स टी का है उतना ही एरिया एच टी का होगा, और एरिया आपका निकालोगे 0 से 6 तक, तो वो 8 ऊपर पॉजिटिव वाले पार्ट से आएगा और नीचे वाले पार्ट से -4 आएगा. तो ऐसा मत सोच लेना कि एरिया तो नेगेटिव नहीं होता, तो ऊपर का एरिया प्लस नीचे का एरिया, अलग अलग एरिया को ऐड कर दोगे तो फिर वो गड़बड़ हो जाएगा. ठीक है. तो वैसा मत कर देना। इसीलिए मैं इसको 0 से 6 तक XTDT लिखा हूं, ताकि जब आप 0 से 6 तक इंटीग्रेट करने जाओगे तो ऑटोमेटिक आपको 8 माइनस 4 दिख जाएगा। नहीं तो कुछ लोग ऐसा करेंगे कि ऊपर का एरिया कैलकुलेट किए, नीचे का एरिया कैलकुलेट किए, ऊपर का एरिया 8 आ गया, नीचे का एरिया -4 आ गया, तो यहाँ से आप इन दोनों एरिया निगेटिव नहीं होता बोल के आप इसको मल्टीप्लाई कर दिए, पता चलता है, मतलब ऐड कर दिए 8 प्लस 4 करके, तो 8 प्लस 4 12 होता है, इधर भी 12 होगा, तो वो 144 ऑप्शन में भी नहीं है, देख लो। ठीक है, तो ये गलती नहीं करना। चलो, तो एक बार मैं फटाफट बता दूं सबको कि एमएसक्यू सीरीज हम लोग स्टार्ट कर रहे हैं 17 जनवरी से। तो ये एमएसक्यू सीरीज में आप लोग पार्टिसिपेट कर लेना। तो इसमें सब्जेक्ट वाइज एमएसक्यू होगा, है ना। तो आपको अच्छे अच्छे क्वेश्चंस इसमें हम लोग क्रिएट करके देंगे। तो सारे न्यू क्वेश्चंस मैं ट्राई करूंगा कि आप लोगों के लिए कम्युनिकेशन और ईएमटी के लेके आऊं। ठीक है, और वैसे ही 10 से 16 तक आपका गेट 23 का ऑल इंडिया मेगा मॉक टेस्ट हो रहा है, तो उसको आप अटेम्प्ट कर सकते हैं। आपको लिंक जो है वो दिया हुआ है डिस्क्रिप्शन में। और मेगा वर्कशॉप भी हो रहा है, आपको पता होना चाहिए कि कल दोपहर को 12:30 बजे गेट 24 के लिए आपका मॉक टेस्ट है, तो सॉरी मेगा वर्कशॉप है। तो इसके लिए आप लोग सभी लोग अपने जूनियर्स को बता देंगे, है ना, जो भी गेट 24 की प्रिपरेशन करने वाले हैं। और राकेश सर आप लोग के लिए लेके आ रहे हैं 15 मार्क्स इन जस्ट 15 आवर्स जनरल एप्टीट्यूड का। आज भी उनका सेशन है, तो आप उसको अटेंड करिए, देखिए कि कैसे आपके 15 मार्क्स इंश्योर होंगे बाय अटेंडिंग जस्ट 15 आवर्स ऑफ क्लासेस। And this is also coming non-stop marathon in the 2 days. Okay, and test series is also there, and you can see the link is given in the description. So thank you for watching this session, and don't forget to download the BYJU'S exam prep app. So go to the Play Store and look for this particular app. Okay, or you can scan this QR code, and you can also join us in our Telegram group. And don't forget to subscribe the channel. We'll meet in the next class. Thank you.